Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
The following program is paid for by Learfield Bobcat Sports Properties.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Montana State Bobcat Basketball, brought to you by Bridger Brewing. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, mountains and mines. And by Prime Lending, home loans made simple, equal housing lender. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Galogly.
It's the 307th edition of Cat Grizz. It's Montana State and Montana live from Missoula today. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Galogly. A pleasure to be with you this evening. Sitting to my right is Brian Preby, and we got Will Gordon back in the studios today. Brian, hello. Welcome back to the Brawl of the Wild. We got a good one today.
Got a very good one here in Missoula. It's going to be a blast, and the Cats looking to break a little streak. Missoula, or the Montana Grizzlies, they've lost 2 out of 3 themselves.
Yes, well, let's get right into it for Montana State. They come in at 11-14. They are 6-6 in Big Sky play, but they have lost 3 consecutive games since they earned that victory against Eastern Washington at home. Meanwhile, Montana is 16-9. They're 7-5 in the Big Sky, so they're trying to separate a little bit here from the Bobcats, but all in all for Montana State, it's 6-6 in conference play. You've had some highs, you've had some lows, but with 6 games to go in the next 3 weeks to wrap up conference play, the Bobcats have a very good opportunity to stay out of the bottom 4 and get that bye into the quarterfinals of the Big Sky tournament.
Without question, a win today would put these 2 teams tied 7-6 in the conference standings. Bobcats would own the tiebreaker over the Grizz because of that Eastern Washington win. So Montana State would move into the 4 spot, be a game behind Weber, with Weber still on the schedule, and so an opportunity to control their destiny there. Obviously, the Grizz feel like a win today gives them kind of a 2-game gap in the 4 hole, and all of a sudden a little bit easier road to a top 4 seed.
Right, and right now we'll get into some of the scores, but Eastern did lose to Weber State earlier today, so Eastern still the inside track to the regular season Big Sky Championship, but Weber State's been dominating lately. Northern Colorado up and down. They lost Thursday, but that 2 through 4 range is pretty well packed up, and then that 5 to 8 range is pretty packed up. So the Bobcats trying to stay out of that 5 to 8 range, and we'll see if they can do that. But with these next 6 games, certainly doable, and I think if the Cats can go 3-3 even in these final 6 games, that's going to probably keep them out of that first day of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely it will, and get them to a 500 record in the league in Coach Logie's first year, same record that Danny Sprinkle would have had in his first year. So you've got some things to play for here in the last 3 weeks of the season, and Cats have got to bring their A game to get her done.
No doubt. All right, well, let's get to our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile and see why this Grizzlies team is going to be in hot water today, brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979, your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. Brian, this is a Montana team that's been riding the roller coaster just like the Bobcats have. They've had some really big wins and some really lopsided losses, but all in all, we kind of know who they are and what they're going to try to do.
There's no doubt about it. This is a known quantity. This is effectively the same kind of construction of a roster as it was a year ago. This is a team that we have seen a lot, and they are a team that when they get big leads, they tend to just kind of run away with games. They've only had a half a dozen games this year that have been decided by under 8 points, and they've had several of those recently, and that's the kind of interesting thing about this Grizz team. They seem to either come in and be on fire and blow people out, or they really, really struggle and typically are about 500 there. You think of that game in Bozeman, I mean, that was probably the best game they played all season. They backed it up the next on Monday, and they beat Weber State here in Missoula, and that was a huge win for them as well. But other than that 2-game stretch, pretty average.
Right. I mean, here's a number to give you some perspective on how up and down they've been this year. They had their largest loss in conference play since 2008. That was the lopsided loss at Weber State in the opening weekend. They also had their largest win in conference play since 1997. That was when they blew out NAU here after NAU got blown out by the Bobcats. So they've had one of their worst and one of their biggest wins on both sides of things. So, yeah, it's pretty 50-50 for them right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And they're a ball club that's got a lot of veterans. They play a roster that's been around Division I basketball forever, it feels like. They're not going to have that next year. This is the year for Montana to really make their run, and the fact they're sitting at 7-5 speaks to just, I don't know, a little bit of the shine has worn off.
Yeah, they're starting 5 seniors with a combined 386 games of experience, while Montana State has a lot of different guys who've all kind of came in late and just try to piece it all together. So there's at least an excuse and a reason why Montana State has been so up and down. Let's get to our Wheat Montana weather report today. Sunny, clear, mid-20s. Roads were super clean getting over here, all in all. Cold like it's supposed to be, but not painful, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I was in Missoula and saw the sky other than clouds, and so I was pretty happy that there was a little bit of sunshine today. It wasn't very warm, but that's good. You see the sun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cold. It's kind of weird when it's warm this time of year.
Yeah.
All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we'll get our Kendall Ford keys to the game. Later, we'll get you up to date on the Big Sky scoreboard, and then we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logie and get into the matchup between the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m. and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
Back at Dahlberg Arena, getting set for Montana State and Montana today. I'm Keaton Glogly alongside Brian Preby as we get ready for the Prime Lending tip-off. And Brian, it's time now to get to the Kendall Ford keys to the game. What are some of the keys you're looking for today?
Got one offensive and one defensive for you today. So first, on the offensive side of the ball, Montana gets beat when teams make threes, and it's pretty simple. They're 16-9, and their 9 losses this season, they are giving up 48% from behind the arc, 9 makes per team per game. In their wins this year, they're giving up 33% behind the arc, and they're only giving up 4.2 makes per game. Bobcats got to make some threes tonight. They're averaging 8.7 made threes per game. They need to make 10 threes in Dahlberg tonight, I think, to get this win. They need to get off to a start. They need to make some early, build the confidence. I don't care who makes them. They just got to make 10 threes. That's going to be a big thing I'm watching for. And then on the defensive end, it's the same thing it's been. The tried-true way you beat the Grizzlies is you limit the big 3 guards, Vasquez, Moody, and Whitney. You have to hold those guys around 30 points or less. And that's the same. You see it all year. When they lose games, it's 35 or less. When they win games, those guys get into the 40s or even to 50. They had 60 in one game this year combined. You're not going to beat them when those three guards are playing all at the same time well. So defensively, you've got to take that. Take those two stats, go back to Bozeman. Cats made 5 threes. They're 5 of 14 from the three-point line, lose by 10. Whitney, Moody, and Vasquez go for 45 points in Bozeman. You're not going to win. And even this year, a couple weeks ago, Sac State, they held the guards to 28, but they only made 3 threes, and they got beat by 3.
Well, you look at how those guards were scoring in the first meeting. Josh Vasquez is a three-point shooter. I mean, something like 70% of his shots are threes. But in that game, he went 5 of 8 from the field. Only 3 of those 8 shots were three-point field goal attempts. So he was getting a lot of penetration. He was able to get to the rack. And Brandon Whitney had a couple of and-ones as well in that game. And then the other aspect of that was Tajon Sawyer off the bench. He had 16 points in 16 minutes. He was a force off the bench. Now the question is, can Sam Leckalot, who has stepped up since that Montana game, be a guy who maybe can slow him down some?
Way better matchup for the Bobcats, and he just wasn't as much of a factor a month ago when they played. The other thing about those stats from game 1, Moody had 0 points at halftime.
Yep.
The Cats did a great job on him in the first half. He came out, hit a 3, and got rolling, hit 4 threes in the second half, and all of a sudden, Montana State just playing from behind.
So we'll see what the Cats can do today, trying to get back above 500 in Big Sky action and trying to earn a split against the Grizzlies this season. All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on some of the other Big Sky scores, and then we'll sit down with head coach Matt Logie. It's Montana State and Montana today. The Brawl of the Wild renews once again tonight. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
I want BOGO for $1. Daily double.
Honey, wake up.
What? What's up?
You were talking in your sleep.
I had this dream. McDonald's Daily Double was BOGO for $1, just like the McChicken, McDouble, and Hot and Spicy McChicken.
Honey, that's not a dream. The Daily Double is BOGO for $1.
All my dreams are coming true.
I don't know about that.
What do you think that dream means?
My guess, you really like McDonald's BOGO for $1 items.
Oh, you're good.
Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Prime Lending, our one-of-a-kind mortgage approach combines a personal touch with just enough technology to turn a traditionally complex process into something better. Think of us like your home buying coach, friend, cheerleader, and teammate, all in one. From application to closing, we are your home loan partners that have your back every step of the way. Reach out to your local Prime Lending team to experience a home loan made simple. All loans subject to credit approval, rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company, NMLS 13649, Equal Housing Lender.
For every adventure and every mishap, Bozeman Health provides expert, personalized care to each person, going well beyond traditional health care. We're your partner in health and well-being, working together for your day-to-day and the decades to come. With care sites in Belgrade, Big Sky, and Bozeman, and with the only hospitals in the Gallatin Valley, Bozeman Health keeps your care close to home. Find a Bozeman Health provider today at bozemanhealth.org.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
Back at Dahlberg Arena as we get set for Montana State and Montana. The rivalry renews again tonight in a matchup between these two schools that dates back to 1902. All right, time to take a look at the First Interstate Bank scoreboard today and peeking in on what's going on around the sky. A lot of finals already in the books. Northern Colorado bounced back after their loss against Portland State on Thursday. They win at Sac State 80-75. DeJour Reeves put up 24 points. St. Thomas had 23. Idaho, they got going in Bozeman, and they are still rolling. They beat Idaho State today 55-53 in a defensive battle. Idaho also was just this close to knocking off Weber State on Thursday as well. So Idaho's now 4-9 in Big Sky play. Weber State, they are rolling now. They're 9-5 in the Big Sky. They defeated Eastern Washington earlier today, winning 90-84. They almost gave up a big lead in that game, but Weber State got the victory. Portland State leading Northern Arizona 75-62 with about 2 minutes to go. So Portland State looks like they're going to get to 7-7. So right now, the conference standings, it's Eastern at 11-2, Northern Colorado 9-4, Weber State 9-5, Grizzlies 7-5. This Montana State team right in the middle at 6-6. Portland State about to be 7-7 once they finish this game out. Idaho State 6-8. Northern Arizona about to fall to 5-8 when their game goes final here in another minute. Idaho 4-9. Sac State is 2-12. So Sac State and Portland State come to the brick next week. Players can't look ahead, but we're broadcasters, so we can.
We absolutely can, and the Cats need to get a win tonight, obviously, but they have got to win those two next week. That gets you 2 more home games and sets you up, because the end of league is tough. You've got 2 on the road, and then you've got Weber State coming in, and that is not going to be an easy one. So Cats just have an opportunity here to kind of give them something. I mean, this game right here just is such a difference maker. If you get this and go sweep next weekend, all of a sudden you're with house money now with 3 games to go.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do that, and that gets you 3 straight wins, which is doable. It's not easy, but it's doable. That gets you to 9, and that gets you to a shirt of a 500 record or better. And, then whatever happens, happens. So, yeah, we'll see. But if you do lose this game, you have a chance to win the next 2 at home. It's still going to be tough breaking a 4-game skid. Then you have the Eastern and Idaho trip. It's Idaho first, so that could be a benefit for the Bobcats, but you got to win that game. And then who knows what Weber State will be like when they get to the brick for the final day of the regular season.
No doubt about it.
All right, we're taking a break, and when we get back, we'll have a chance to sit down with head coach Matt Logie. We're getting into the matchup between the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman. When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
We're back on the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Montana from Missoula. I'm Keaton Galogly, along with head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, here we go, getting ready for the second edition of Cat Grizz. What's the week been like? How have the guys handled a rivalry week?
Yeah, it's been a great week of prep. Obviously, second time around in conference play now, you get more familiarity with your opponents, and so really able to dial in on the details and, put together a really great week of prep.
Speaking of the details, one of the things we talked about all week was just getting some better feel for the time and score type situations. Now in the final hours, getting ready for this game, what are some of the principles you're trying to hammer home in terms of handling those time and score situations?
Yeah, just being organized, playing, through the blueprint that we have, through the concepts that we have, and obviously in a game like tonight where you've got a hostile environment and hopefully a chance to play from in front, you've got to execute and you've got to do the things that got you there. And our guys have responded well to the situations in practice we put them in and trying to prepare them for those moments. And I think it's a great opportunity for us to show that growth tonight.
Sam Lechalot really hadn't come into his own in the first meeting against Montana. How does he match up and how can he be a weapon today?
Well, yeah, I think obviously, Sam's been playing really well lately and gives us, more depth inside and ability to shoot the basketball with size and skill. And so that's sorely needed. I thought in the first matchup, Montana's bench had a big impact, comparatively speaking, to ours. And so obviously you want to try to snuff those out and then look for ways you can add, to your arsenal. And Sam's done that for us in recent weeks.
One of the guys off the bench for them that did have a big game was Jackson Knapp, who went off for a career high in that contest. What are some of the things you got to do to keep Knapp from going off like that?
Well, I thought we just weren't physical enough with him at the end of drives. He made a couple shots, in that game and played well. Tip your hat to Jackson. And, today's a new day, a new game. And, over time, those things tend to come back to the margins. So, I think we've got some opportunity there to grow. And we're excited about, where we're at.
Getting ready to take on this offense for Montana, which can be really, really good at times. What's the game plan here against their three guards in terms of Moody, Whitney, and Vasquez? How are you going to be able to slow those guys down today?
Yeah, I thought in the first matchup we defended their actions well and then didn't do as good a job defending in one-on-one situations or play after the play situations. And so that's been a bit of our focus, as well as just tightening up the details of their sets and actions. These are experienced guards that have been running the same system for 3 years now. And so they know their looks, they know their counters, and you've got to be very disciplined in making sure that you want to take the meat and potatoes away, but then not allow them, easy things after that.
All right, well, here we go. Montana and Montana State today from Missoula. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight today.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
I will take a break. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off between the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Galogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Have you been to Kohl's lately? Because if not, you are seriously missing out. I just went and they have amazing clearance deals going on. I'm talking thousands of new markdowns added. So you can save up to 70% on everything from fleece sweats, cute sweaters, comfy PJs, and more. So take it from me. Run to Kohl's before you miss out. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Discover the difference a family-owned Montana bank can make for you and your business. Stockman Bank is focused only on Montana, no place else. So you come first with us. Enjoy a local banking experience uniquely designed to meet the financial needs of your Montana business. Visit your neighborhood Stockman Bank to say hello and let us earn your trust and your business. Moving Montana forward. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of.
Woohoo, yeah!
We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What? Coach?
We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at a Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco! Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series. Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. And by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Now turn it up. Turn it up. It's game time.
He's got it to the rack. Two-hand slam. Robert Ford for three. Got it! Put a stamp on it. You are witnessing the golden age of Bobcat basketball.
Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Galogly.
It's the 307th edition of the Brawl of the Wild. We're getting set for Montana State and Montana today from Missoula. All right, we owe you a top of the hour ID. We'll get you the starting lineups here in a moment. But first, it's time now for our Star-Spangled Banner. Everybody standing up, turning to our left, and picking one of the two American flags to take a look at. And now, the national anthem. That was quite the sexy national anthem today as we get set for the Bobcats and the Grizzlies. All right, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State Basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keaton Galogly, he's Brian Preby, and we've got Will Gordon back in the studios today. Only takes 2 syllables to get this state up in arms. Cat Grizz today, and for Montana State, a tight loss at home in the first meeting, and today an opportunity to win back-to-back games in Missoula for the first time since 2010. Montana State won at the end of 2009, and then in 2010 to win 2 straight. Cats won here last year. All right, let's get to our starting lineups now. First, for the visiting Montana State Bobcats, who are wearing the home whites today. Eddie Turner, Tyler Patterson, Robert Ford, Brian Garacki, and Brandon Walker are your starting 5. On the other side for Montana today, as they dim the lights and get ready to play their highlight video and bring the boys out, it is Josh Vasquez, Anen Moody, Brandon Whitney, Laulu Oki, and Deshaun Thomas. So that's par for the course for them. That's what they've been starting for a long time now as we get ready for the Prime Lending tip-off coming up here in just a moment. First, though, we want to remind you that Northwest Crossing is springing to life with brand new homes now selling by Williams Homes. Discover airy, comfortable floor plans with built-in value in the 600,000s. Residents can walk to neighborhood parks, shopping, dining, and retail. Plus, you'll be close to good schools. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. Montana State comes in at 11-14. They are 6-6 in Big Sky play. They have lost 4 of their last 5, with the only win coming against first place Eastern Washington. Meanwhile, for Montana, they come in at 16-9, 7-5 in Big Sky play. Last weekend for them was pretty emblematic of what they've been this year. They dominate Northern Arizona, and they get waxed by Northern Colorado on the road.
Yeah, they don't know a middle ground. They either win by a lot or lose by a lot. That is kind of who they are and what they're about. And a lot of that has to do with the flow of the game. When they play from behind, they struggle. When they don't rebound, they struggle. And the Cats, in this 3-game losing streak that we're on right now, are averaging -9 on the glass. The game against Eastern Washington, +3 victory.
And we'll see if the Bobcats can get some rebounding going. I mean, the rebounding edge was a really big problem in that Idaho loss at home. That was one of the big discrepancies and reasons why Montana State lost that game. And now we'll see. Can Brandon Walker follow up his fine performance in that first meeting when he went 8 for 8 from the field with 18 points? Can Brian Garacki get himself out of the slump? We thought Garacki was going to be out of the slump at NAU. 11 points in the first half, did not score in the second half. Montana State has got to get Garacki back to that all Big Sky level.
They do, and they need Tyler to bang a couple threes. You need Rob to be his usual, do everything self. He needs to come out here tonight, go get a double-double, and have 4 or 5 assists, have 3-4 steals. And Eddie Turner feels like he's got some family here tonight. Is he ready to have one of those breakout games? The young man from Seattle, not too far for his family to come over to Missoula. So big night needs to be had, especially by the starting 5. The bench points were a huge differential back in Bozeman. 32-2 was the number. Who's going to come off the bench for Montana State and give them a lift?
On the Montana side, those guys were Jackson Knapp and Tajon Sawyer. Knapp has had 1 double-digit scoring performance, and it came against Montana State when he hung the career-high 17 points in 22 minutes. Then Tajon Sawyer's a big-body post, 6'8", 252. He's extremely efficient. He scored 16 points in 15 minutes against the Bobcats.
Yeah, and he's a little bit like a Brandon Walker, big, thick, wide-shouldered young man who can finish around the basket. And Oki was in foul trouble back in Bozeman, so that was a factor that allowed him to get some more run.
All right, here we go. Montana State in the whites today. Montana in their dark pink today as they both stand on the nose of the Grizzly at center court. We are ready for our Prime Lending tip-off. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Here we go. Cat Grizz, number 307. The ball is tossed in the air, and the tip is won by the Montana Grizzlies. And here we go from Dahlberg Arena. Once again, filled up, but nowhere near sellout today. Anen Moody turns the corner, goes to the rack, lays it up, missed it with a right-handed layup, and Brian Garacki clears the rebound. Rob Ford takes it into the front court. He's been one of the best players in the league this year. Picks up the dribble, gives it to Walker, and it moves around to Eddie Turner on the left wing. Fires a pass inside. Rob Ford's on the left block. Kicks it back out for Turner. Moves it to Garacki at the top, then to Walker. Still beyond the arc. 10 to shoot. Walker, handoff for Ford. 6 to shoot. Had it poked out of bounds. 5 to shoot as the Cats get ready to inbound on the right sideline.
Yeah, Rob didn't look like he was expecting Oki to jump out there on the dribble handoff action, but he did deflect the ball away. Cats got plenty of time, 5 on the clock.
It's Tyler Patterson to inbound on the right sideline. Gives it up to Walker, 4 to shoot. Walker with the dribble, 3. Walker into the lane, spins left shoulder, leans in with a right hand and kisses it off the window and in. 2 points for Brandon Walker, who's averaging 14 a game, and he is 3rd in the conference in field goal percentage.
Great start for the Cats on both ends. You get a stop and follow it up with a 30-second shot clock score. That's a really good way to quiet this Dahlberg crowd.
Brandon Whitney gets to the elbow. Wide open jumper is good. He's going to hit that all day long and twice on Sunday. 2 points for Brandon Whitney.
Yeah, now when Brandon Walker's got to step up, that ball screen's below the three-point line. He can't fade off of it because Rob Ford's got no chance.
Turner gets the mid-post, puts up the runner, and that is good. That's the textbook Eddie Turner jump shot with that little push and flick of the wrist.
Yeah, and the Cats off to a 2-for-2 start. That's the thing that teams have had trouble with or have success against Montana is high shooting percentages.
Moody moves the ball around the perimeter. Oki's got it. Bounce into the left corner. Whitney holding the ball above his head. Slings to the top with 10 to shoot. Lob into the post. Deshaun Thomas had it stripped free. Rob Ford knocked it away. Eddie Turner picks it up. Handoff for Tyler Patterson. Back up to Ford. He drives from the top of the key, going to the rack, lays it up. And they didn't call a foul as that ball was laid up, hit the top of the backboard, and spun around. Ford went down hard and hit the back of his head on the hardwood. He got tackled. Okay, I guess they're swallowing whistles today.
It looks like it's going to be one of those nights.
Wow.
And if they're going to be consistent with that's fine. I mean, the Cats definitely do not want to have fouls be abundant, as depth has been a challenge at times.
If that's the way they're going to call it, that's the way you're going to play it. Vasquez on a drive, out to Whitney, curls into the lane, pivoting, forces up the shot, and it's good. Brandon Whitney, 4 early points. He had a big-time game in the first meeting. Struggled last time out on Saturday up in Greeley against the Bears. 4-4 game, 17:40 to go in the first half. Garacki has it out on the left wing. Gives it to Ford at the top. He triggers a 3. No, just a bit short. Montana with a rebound. Moody the other way, pulls up on the left wing. Gives it to Oki. He drives on Garacki. Takes it down to the mid-post and has to kick it back out. Whitney moves right. Has it beyond the arc. Now drives with lefty dribble. Stops with the Big Sky logo. Wants to get rid of it and does with a lob out to the top. 10 to shoot. Vasquez to his left 9. Vasquez down into the left corner. He tries a 3. No. Rebound tipped, and it is won by Montana. Whitney driving a kick. Vasquez open corner 3. No. Oki aboard. And we've got a whistle, and they're calling a foul on Ford. Looked like he had tied up Oki, but I guess he got the arm. And Rob Ford picks up his first foul.
Yeah, and I think Rob thought he had the tie-up right there. He was trying to get in as Oki brought that rebound down, but the official does not give him that benefit.
Now Vasquez ready to inbound on the baseline. 4-4 game, 17 minutes to go in the first half. Whitney takes it left, over to the wing, pulls up at the elbow. That jumper is rimming. No, foul underneath. Tyler Patterson's getting hit with the foul now. His first. So Patterson and Ford have both picked up their first foul. Now, he was trying to box out underneath with Oki.
And Oki's a tough guy to box out. Not only is he athletic and strong, but he's also relentless getting on the glass.
Montana inbounds. They've been on this side of the floor for a long time now. Whitney has a calm dribble up at the top. 10 to shoot. Whitney on the drive. Pulls up with a runner. That's no good. Oki, another offensive rebound. He hands it off for Thomas, who floats it home from the free throw line. Deshaun Thomas with his first 2 points. Now it's about 3 offensive rebounds.
And the Grizz were +5 in Bozeman on the glass. They're definitely on their way toward that here in the opening minutes.
Yeah, they're up 6-1 on the glass right now. Turner pull-up jumper. That's good on the left block. That's a good bucket by Eddie Turner. Just get quick, easy points. This game tied at 6. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Moody down to the right corner. Moves it out to Oki at the top. Dribbling right. Gets it back to Moody. Moody on the drive from the top. Pulls up at the elbow. Has to throw it out. Vasquez driving on Garacki. 10 to shoot. Vasquez breaking it down. Weaving into the lane. Goes to the cup and lays it in. Josh Vasquez with a right-hand layup against Garacki. Gets his first 2 points. That's what he did, and that's why he was so deadly in the first meeting in January.
Yeah, and you see he and Whitney both are just putting their heads down and going to the rim.
Garacki tries a left wing three. That's just a bit short. Montana clears the rebound with the Grizzlies leading 8-6. 15.5 to go, and we got a whistle and a charge. Rob Ford squared up Brandon Whitney, and Whitney picks up his first foul. That'll take us to a break. Cat Grizz at Dahlberg Arena. 15:31 to go in the first half. Grizzlies leading the Cats 8-6. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
For all of your tree and lawn care needs, turn to Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care, a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics. Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care provides outstanding service for your landscape for pruning, removals, stump grinding, tree moving, plant health care, and all of your landscaping maintenance needs. Check out Arbor Medic Tree and Lawn Care. Wade duly certified arborist.
For every peak, valley, and plateau, for every mishap and every adventure, for every Montanan in every season of life, Bozeman Health is here to deliver care with quality, compassion, and respect. Because we see you as more than the patient you are today. We look to what's on the horizon for you and our community over the decades to come. That's care beyond care. Well beyond. Bozeman Health.
All right, team, bring it in. We have 5 minutes left on the clock. We got to show them what we're made of.
Woohoo, yeah!
We need to focus. Every save counts, especially when it comes to fill-ups at Conoco.
What?
Coach? We're going to go back out there and save money when we fill up with the Fuel Forward app. So anytime from this day forward, whenever we're at a Conoco, we're going to use that app. Bring it in. Conoco on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Conoco! Let's go, Cats. Download the Fuel Forward app and save with every fill-up at Conoco. Proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcat.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We remind you that not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby. 15 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State is trailing Montana 8-6 right now, and Montana dominating the glass in the early going.
Yeah, that's the concerning thing right now. 7-1 on the glass, 4 offensive boards. Cats only trail by 2 and have possession, so hasn't done damage to this point, but you can't go 40 minutes and not be able to clean up the glass, especially on the defensive end.
Travis DeCure, the 10th-year head coach for Montana. He has executed 5 rivalry sweeps against Montana State in the first 9 years, so he's looking for his 6th sweep in 10 years. The Bobcats trying to spoil that and earn their 2nd straight win in Missoula. Right now, down by 2, trailing 8-6, 15:25 to go in the first half. Montana State with the ball. Brandon Walker has it at the top. Comes right around a screen. We got a whistle. And we should have a defensive foul when Sawyer just ran over Rob Ford. And it is Tajon Sawyer, who just checked in at the last whistle, picks up his first foul as he put a forearm into the throat of Ford.
And that's important to keep the foul count nice and even. Montana State and Montana both with 2 early on.
Turner to inbound for the baseline, throws it into Garacki. Overhand pass to Walker at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, pestered by Sawyer, uses the bounce pass to Ford out on the left wing. Ford crosses over, gets to the elbow, steps back, and throws it out to Walker. 6 to shoot. Walker against Sawyer. Mid-post right side. 4 to shoot. Pivoting. Trying to find space. Lost it. And it's picked up by Montana. Bobcats run into a wall. Grizzlies the other way. Cats get back. Deshaun Thomas has it on the right wing and fires it into the right corner. Josh Vasquez moving right, fires into the post for Sawyer. He spins off Walker, help from Garacki, kicks it out, caught by Whitney into the left corner. This 3-ball is no good from Thomas. Sam Lekalot clears the rebound over Tajon Sawyer.
And that might be a difference maker. Lekalot's been playing really well since about right after the Montana game, and so for him to come in right away rebounding is huge.
And Turner lost it out of bounds. Turnover by Montana State. Remember, Lekalot played about 6 minutes in that first meeting. Coach Logie told us after the game, I probably should have played like a lot more. He did in the next game, and since then, that's when he's become a staple in the rotation.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's not just been in the rotation. He's been a contributor, multiple 10-point games, rebounding the ball well, blocking shots. The Cats really have not had anyone that can protect the rim this season, frankly, and he's been as good as anyone they've had. Garacki occasionally gets up there and gets one, but it's been really important for Montana State to have his contribution.
Lecolot, 5 combined blocks in the 2 games last week. Montana with the ball to our left. They lead 8-6 with 14 minutes to go in the first half. Whitney to the elbow. Easy jumper, rimming, still rimming, no. Thomas, offensive board, back up, yes, and 1. Thomas got it to fall. It took 1 extra bounce off the rim, and that got Lecolot caught in the air, and then he fouled Thomas on the putback.
Yeah, just mistimed his jump, and that turned out to be a problem as it gave Thomas the opportunity to steal the rebound. Tough finish by Thomas as he got hit pretty good, but he's able to convert the three-point play.
Deshaun Thomas puts in the free throw. He has 5 points today. Montana State down 11-6, 14 minutes to go in the first half. Rob Ford hands it off for Tyler Patterson, moves it around to Brian Garacki on the right wing, into Naduka at the free throw line. He hands it off for Lecolot, dials up an open 3. No, oh, that looked good out of his hand. It was just a bit too strong. Moody steps inside, tries a long 2. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. We got a whistle and a foul. The ball is knocked out of bounds. And I think Rob Ford might have just picked up his second. No, it's going to be Garacki. Garacki will pick up his first.
You know, when you give up some offensive rebounds early, teams start to realize, hey, that opportunity's there. And Montana is going to the glass really hard. They've already created 2 fouls just going to the offensive glass.
11-6, Grizzlies in front, 13:35 to go in the first half. Vasquez into Thomas, puts up the runner, no! Rimmed out, Cats catch a break. Lecolot the rebound, here comes Montana State. Bobcats down by 5 with the ball. Rob Ford to the left wing, has it on a yo-yo. Takes it to the free throw line, kicks it back out to the left wing for Lecolot. Into the post for Naduka. Throws back to a cutting Lecolot, gets inside, blocked and fouled by Jordan Williams. Great pass by Chika Naduka and a wise cut by Sam Lecolot, who will take his 2 free throws. First foul on Jordan Williams.
Yeah, tremendous cut by Sam there. He gets the ball in the post and then finds the seam, gets through it before the defender can respond. Now conversion at the line is key. You go on the road and you're going to have this crowd. Right now this crowd is subdued. They're not involved in this basketball game. The Cats have kept it close. They've kept the score down. And as they continue to do that, the longer you stay in Dahlberg with a quiet crowd, the more likely your chances to come out of here victorious.
First free throw is good for Lecolot. Although this place could erupt at any moment with a slight lead. They haven't hit any threes yet. 1 big dunk, something like that could really get you going. So kind of feels like you're hanging by a thread here, and you got to get some big plays coming up if you're Montana State.
Yeah, and you stay away from momentum plays. Like you said, threes, dunks, stuff like that gets the other team, the other crowd fired up. Sam makes 2 free throws calmly. Now you make them go against a set defense, and that's the rhythm that Montana State has got to stay in as they continue to navigate this first half.
Grizzlies with the ball to our left. Josh Vasquez up at the top. He's the program leader in games played for Montana. Over to Jordan Williams. Back to Vasquez. He drives with a righty dribble into the lane, going to the rack, lays it up short. Eddie Turner had the defense. Rob Ford has the rebound, and he's got the push. Into the front court to the top. Crosses over to the mid-post. Triple team. Bounce pass to Naduka. He spins to his right shoulder. Misses the lefty layup as he gets hammered. Montana grabs the rebound, and they run from right to left. Cats get back. Whitney into the lane. Puts up the floater. No. Lecolot got the block. And a second block. Thomas picks up the loose ball. He's stripped by Naduka. And Eddie Turner picks it up. Sam Lecolot had a pair of blocks on that. And Montana State nearly turns it over as they take it into the front court.
Yeah, good job slowing the ball down there.
Here's a left wing 3. That's short. Montana has the rebound. Not the shot the Cats were looking for. 11-8 Grizzlies leading. 12 and a quarter to go in the first half. Up to the top. And it's set up by Brandon Whitney. Their star point guard has been here for 4 years. Takes it to his right, up to the top, over to Williams on the right wing. Crosses over into the mid-post, cut off by Turner. Still with the bounce, 5 to shoot. Gets down to the left block, lays it up, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it is Bobcat basketball. Now what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. It'll be Bobcat basketball when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:52 to go in the first half. Montana State trailing Montana 11-8. You're listening to Bobcat basketball presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000. And in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
The snow is falling and temps are dropping, Bobcat fans, so it's the perfect time to cozy up with heartwarming soups and comfort food. Elevate your kitchen game and create magic tonight with La Cuisine Premium Cookware. Don't forget the secret ingredient, a new top-selling cookbook. Attend a cooking class and you'll learn how to make every meal a slam dunk. La Cuisine is Bozeman's boutique kitchen store, and we can help you create the perfect table with our curated Montana-made and European dining treasures. Discover the ideal blend of style and functionality at La Cuisine, 2405 West Main.
Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Savory veggie broth packed with flavor from tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices. Enjoy Loaded Tortilla Soup in a bowl or crunchy tortilla shell with your favorite protein and craveable toppings. That's right, the soup sensations fans have been raving about has returned. But not for long, so get it while it's hot. Loaded Tortilla Soup is back at Qdoba. Order today at qdoba.com or in the app.
This game is brought to you in part by Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. We're back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, 11:52 to go in the first half. Montana is leading Montana State 11-8. Montana also just checked in Jackson Knapp, who had the career-high 17 points in the first meeting, and it is Montana State basketball as they go from left to right.
Yeah, and you look at the stat sheet right now, and it's not pretty. Bobcats down 8 on the glass. They're 0 for 4 from 3. They're shooting 33%. The thing that's saving them is that the Grizz are only shooting 29%. They're 0 for 3 from behind the arc. So the Bobcats have gutted it up defensively. Now the offense needs to pick up its pace.
The Grizzlies have taken 8 more shots than Montana State. Tyler Patterson, top side 2, splashes it in. Tyler Patterson pouring it in from the top with his foot on the line. Patterson only 2 for 10 from the three-point line in his career against the Grizzlies. That one a 2, but let's see if it gets him going. Laulu Oki picks it up on the right elbow, fires to the right wing. Williams bounce into the post. Oki bobbled, guarded by Lekolot, kicks it out. Moody tries a right wing 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound by Oki. Another rebound, 13-5 on the glass for Montana. Moody fires into the right corner. Williams tries a 3. That's no good. Tyler Patterson has a rebound. Montana State has got to get better on the glass right now.
Yeah, the glass is a big concern, but they are doing a great job defending the 3. Held Montana so far 0 for 5. That'll play if you can keep it going.
Only down by 1. Montana State with the ball, trailing 11-10. Patterson, top side 3. Got it. Splashed it. Rained it home from the top of the key. And for Tyler Patterson, his first three-point field goal make since his second game ever against the Grizzlies.
And the Cats on a 7-0 run right here, controlling tempo. They've got a lot of people in here waiting for something to happen. Quiet crowd. Good start.
Yeah, the momentum's just hovering above us. Somebody's going to grab it sooner rather than later. 7 to shoot for Montana offensively to our left. Vasquez with the dribble, takes it to the top, tries a contested 3, and got it to go. That was a hand right up in his grill. And a timeout called by Montana.
Yep.
Yes, by Montana. Keeping it here with 10:05 to go in the first half. A Prime Lending timeout. Prime Lending home loans made simple. So the Grizz lead 14-13 after the Vasquez 3. That was a heck of a shot to make.
Yeah, it really was. Vasquez with a hand in his face. Probably the hardest 3 that the Grizz have taken here tonight.
It's their first make.
1 for 6, but it's the one that drops. But it's interesting that DeCure takes the timeout. There must be a specific defensive adjustment he wanted to make, because that's the first thing they've done to kind of get the crowd excited. And now the crowd just sits for the next minute or so. You take away all that momentum, and the Cats also can design a little set play to do something out of the timeout.
307th meeting. Montana State trailing at Montana. 151 wins, 155 losses all time. Montana State had the all-time series lead for years and years and years until 2018. That was a part of the long winning streak that the Grizzlies had, which was snapped a few years ago. Bobcats are 3-2 in the last 5 meetings with the Grizzlies. Bobcats inbound and take it into the front court, trailing 14-13. 10 minutes to go, first half. Walker over to Garacki on the left wing. Fires a pass inside. It's picked off by Vasquez. Boy, he read that one all the way. Vasquez out to the right wing, into Oki. Two-hand slam. Boy, nobody picked up Oki. Picks up his first 2 points. Ford out on the right baseline. Cats down 3. Turner on the drive. Pulls up mid-post. Right side got it to go. Eddie Turner, 6 first-half points to help silence the crowd.
That was a big make by Eddie Turner right there. Like you said, silence the crowd. You give up a dunk, a 3, and give up some more points, and all of a sudden you're going to have some Grizz faithful in your ear.
Grizz up 1 with the ball. 9:20 to go, first half. Whitney misses a righty layup. Ford gets a physical rebound. Also got elbowed in the rib cage. Ford, topside transition 3, splash. Rob Ford reins it in. He's got his first 3 points. And we've got a whistle. What do we got here? So what did they call? The official is going to the table and telling Logie, I'll come talk to you in a second. Vasquez is getting ready to go shoot technical free throws here. So I don't know what was called. I have no idea. Didn't see what it was. But Vasquez somehow was shooting free throws, and he knocks it down.
I think they're calling a flop. Is that now an automatic?
Oh, they can do that.
Technical, calling a flop on Ford.
That's tough.
That's really tough.
He was pretty well guarded. Man. Yeah, that is what they called. The official just told Logie, I want him to actually get hit before he goes to the floor. Okay, whatever. Vasquez into the front court, slows it down to the right wing. The air quote flop cost the Bobcats a point. Bobcats are leading, though, after the Ford 3. Montana State up 18-17 with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Out to the top. Oki fires to the right wing. Thomas makes the catch off a tipped pass. Now hands off for Moody. Behind a screen, and on Moody rings it in for his first 3 of the day. The Moody chance echoes through Dahlberg. Montana State down by 2, 8:35 to go in the first half. Walker out on the left wing. Handoff for Patterson behind a screen. That 3 ball, pure. Tyler Patterson heating up. His 191st career 3-point field goal. 6th place all-time at Montana State.
And it's been weeks since Tyler Patterson has been this aggressive looking for his shot. Love to see it. He's got 8 quick points, 2 threes. Very big-time start.
Moody hands off underneath, and Deshaun Thomas has an easy dunk. 7 points for Deshaun Thomas. Grizzlies up 22-21. Montana State with the ball. 8 minutes to go first half. Garacki into the mid-post against Thomas. Pivoting, kicks it out. Walker has it up top. Walker right. Had the ball tipped. Recovers. Should be able to dribble there. And gives it up to Turner at the top. 6 to shoot. Turner on the drive, going to the rack. Gets underneath, kicks it out. Ford lets it fly. No, misses a left wing 3. Rebound Montana. Grizzlies leading 22-21. 7:30 to go first half. Oki hands it off. Moody, topside 3. No, short. Rebound, out of bounds. And it is Montana State ball. That'll take us to another timeout for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:23 to go in the first half. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 22-21. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
It's time for a wellness tip from SCL Health, now Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
In Montana, parenting is important to us. Figuring it out doesn't come easy. In the ParentingMontana.org podcast, we talk with experts about the challenges and the joys of being in a parenting role. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. 7 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State trailing Montana 22-21. Brian, if you were to just look at the stat sheet, you'd think Montana should be up by double digits. They're not, and it's been going back and forth. 7 lead changes, 3 ties.
Yeah, the rebounding is a huge piece of that. Is obviously the Cats are down 15-8, so down 7 on the rebounding. And then when you look at the turnovers, even though they're even 3-3, the Bobcat turnovers have led to transition opportunities and places where the Grizz could score, where Grizz turnovers have been an offensive foul, a charge, things to stop the possession. But Cats are shooting 57% from the field. Obviously, that's a number you'd like to keep rolling with. I think they got to keep firing up threes. I know they're 3 for 8 right now, but got to keep firing those up. And if they can make enough threes, that's going to be the difference.
Yeah, 8 offensive rebounds for the Grizzlies, which matches the 8 rebounds Montana State has right now, and that's part of the reason they've taken 10 more shots than the Bobcats have.
Yeah, and they only had 3 offensive rebounds in Bozeman, so they obviously made a point in the scout that they needed offensive rebounding. They've gotten it, but it's only led to a 1-point game, even though they've dominated.
Into the post, we got a whistle and a foul as Rob Ford ended up on the floor. It's going against the Grizzlies here. And it's Tajon Sawyer picking up his second very quickly. That's a nice break for the Bobcats. And, well, can't run over a screener like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're set and you hold your ground, that's big, and it keeps the foul situation even.
Into Walker on the right sideline against Sawyer, who has the 2 fouls. Walker spins left shoulder, turns, hooks. No, but that's a foul, and Sawyer just picked up his 3rd.
And you can count Sawyer out. Not only is he done for the first half, very difficult for a young player to rebound from foul trouble in the first half and all of a sudden come out and play big in the second. And that's a big difference because that's kind of the big wide body that can guard Brandon Walker well. He's done a good job on him. Now you've got to put Thomas, you got to put Oki on him. Walker got Oki in foul trouble in Bozeman, so he's done a good job getting guys over to the sideline.
Walker hits the first free throw. Walker 3 early points. Tyler Patterson leading the way with 8 points. This is already his most efficient and prolific Cat Grizz game. Patterson getting ready to check back in. He's got a pair of Wendy's 3-pointers. Walker hits both free throws. 4 points for Brandon Walker. That's been a bit of a bugaboo for him. 62% from the stripe this year. Nice to see Walker completing at the line.
Yeah, and the Cats will match a small lineup. So with the second foul on Sawyer, Travis Secure elects to go small 4-guard lineup, and Matt Logie matches that by bringing in Patterson for Walker.
Toss over to the right wing. Moody moves left. Takes it to the top, pestered by Lekalot. Bad pass, and it is saved by Brandon Walker, who goes slamming into the scorer's table. Hand off over to the right wing. Here's Moody. Got pulled. Shots up, no good. And it's a foul on Ford, his second. That was a really easy call. He just grabbed his bicep.
Yeah, I mean, even if he gets the ball there, the angle of that's going to dictate that he's going to be called for the foul. And Rob Ford can't pick up a second foul like that one. He can play with fouls. He's done it all year, but got to be a guy that's on the floor for the Cats, not only now, but late.
That puts Moody at the line, and his first free throw is good. Anon Moody, 7th-year player, the North Dakota native. He's been in the Big Sky across his 3 schools, Southern Utah, North Dakota, and now Montana. It's his 8th game all-time against the Bobcats, and he is 1-6. Free throw is good by Moody. He's got 5. Oh, wait, we almost got crushed by Whitney. He went right into the scorer's table here. That was good. Good hands over by you.
Yeah, we stopped the table from moving, that's for sure.
Yeah, almost went right into the belly. Garacki out on the left wing. He's on the drive, down underneath, leaning in. Missed the shot with Jackson Knapp on defense, and Montana is running the other way. Over to Knapp on the left wing, picked up quickly by Patterson. Good job to get back inside. Moody, good and one. Oh, and he came down and put an elbow into the temple of Rob Ford. Foul on Lecolot for the bump, and Ford is in a heap of pain. He got a big-time elbow from Moody. I can't imagine it was intentional. They're going to go take a look at it because he was coming down after making the shot, and Ford was in the vicinity, but he got smoked by the elbow of Moody. Ford is back up and walking back to the bench, but they're going to go ahead and take a look at this, rightfully so.
Yeah,
They're applauding now as he hit 1,500 points.
I would doubt that that's going to result in anything because I think that's going to just be deemed an incidental play. He's not doing it intentionally.
No.
It didn't look like live.
But it is something you question with Moody because he is a guy who likes to lead with some elbows every now and again.
Yeah, and then you also got Rob Ford who will
lean with his forehead a little bit.
And work for Oscars. So
yes, but he did get smoked that time. That was pretty clear.
Yeah, and I think the lead official was not happy. His partners decided to go to video on this. He felt like it was a nothing burger and just keep playing, but something that they're going to look at, and I would imagine it just results in that. The unfortunate thing about that possession, though, is the fact that up top, Thomas traveled massively, completely missed, switched his pivot foot. Had that been called, no foul. Had that been called, no basket. And had that been called, no free throw coming up.
And it's the second on Lecolot, so Lecolot and Ford each have 2 fouls. On the other side, Tajon Sawyer has 3. 6:20 to go in the first half. Montana leading Montana State 26-23. They're sending the Bobcats back to the bench. They were lined up around the lane of the free throw line because Moody's got a free throw coming up here in a moment as the officials are still discussing things. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. What are we doing?
Nothing.
Common foul.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it was incidental, but he did get raked over the forehead with the elbow. All right, so Anand Moody is going back to the line. He's averaged 13 points per game in the first 7 meetings against the Bobcats with 3 different jerseys on.
Cats are going to need to get some offensive production here this next possession. Little bit of momentum moving the Grizz direction as they're up 4 now with a quick little 5-0 run. So Montana State needs to respond.
The free throw was good. 6:15 to go in the first half. Up to Lecolot. Wide open 3. Oh, yeah. Sam Lecolot from the top ranged the 3 in, and he's got 5 points.
And that's a big shot. Not only does that count on the scoreboard, but now defensively you got to respect him out there. You can't just help on the penetration. Give Sam some kudos for putting some pressure on the D.
He can do that. That's definitely a part of his game. Whitney looking for the post. Finds Thomas down on the left block against Lecolot, who has the 2 fouls. Got to be careful here. Kick back out to the top. Knapp on the drive. Throws to the right wing. Williams now into the lane. Slicing. Block. Jaden Garone knocks it away. And it's a shot clock violation. All right, Jaden Garone. That's good to see. He's a guy we've been waiting to break out. And a nice defensive play.
Yeah, really good possession for Montana State right there. Able to get the stop after the made 3 by Lecolot. Now a chance to chain a couple possessions together on the offensive end.
Bobcats down 27-26, 5:33 to go in the first half. Turner on the drive, gets the mid-post, pivoting. Throws it back out to Tyler Patterson, who's had a hot hand in the first half. Up to Lecolot at the top. Spins to his left shoulder, bats to his right, goes up off the glass too strong. Jackson Knapp the rebound for the Grizzlies. Ahead to Brandon Whitney on the right sideline. They'll slow it down now and get into their set at the top of the key. Whitney crossing over into the lane on Lecolot, spinning, forces it up, short, rebound tipped, and won by Whitney. Lecolot had to put the foot off the gas as Thomas reins in a 3. And Deshaun Thomas has 10 points. He's been quiet from downtown the last 3 games. That was a big one.
That was a big one. Sam Lecolot did a great job defending Whitney's drive, but unable to come up with the defensive rebound.
Garone up to the top. Given to Eddie Turner on the right wing with the Cats down 4. Turner fires away, misses the long 2. Lecolot wins the rebound. He's in deep, up, blocked, and out of bounds and going. I missed the signal. Going to Montana.
Yeah, it blocked. The block went off his back on the floor. He's out of bounds, so it's a turnover. Sam right there makes a great play for the offensive rebound, but then is trying to draw the foul instead of just go finish the hoop, and if you get fouled, take it. Referee doesn't make any call, and so it's just a nothing.
Moody got a lot of ball up top. Whitney trying to drive, throws over to the right wing. Jackson Knapp now into the lane, bounce pass underneath. Thomas, one dribble, gets clear, lays it in. Just on. Thomas has a dozen in the first half. 6-point lead for the Grizzlies.
10-3 run by Montana. The Bobcats have got to stop the momentum right here as we near that 4-minute media.
4 minutes to go right now. Garacki spinning to the elbow, to the mid-post, kicks it out. Patterson, corner 3, no. Rebound tipped out. We got a foul underneath, and it's Brandon Whitney who's going to get tagged for his second as he was trying to tie up Sam Lecolot. That's a big call. The Cats will take it. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:53 to go in the first half. Montana leading Montana State 32-26. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's Free to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal, supporting student athletes. 3:53 to go in the first half. Montana leading Montana State 32-26. Right now the big story is Montana out-rebounding Montana State 20-10. The Bobcats are hitting some threes. They're 4 of 10 from downtown, sponsored by Wendy's.
Yeah, 8 of those offensive rebounds are killers, and like you said, the Bobcats up 1 from behind the arc, which is good. As we look at these last 3:53, though, the Cats, it's critical to go into halftime, in a one-possession type game. You just do not want to give this crowd any reason to get excited or get involved in this. So offensively, Montana State has got to do the job. They're shooting 43%. They need to finish this half well, like a 3 for 5 type finish, knock a 3 in there somewhere, and get yourself up around 35 points at halftime. Montana maybe is at 35-ish as well if you can get some defensive stops. But they've got to do the job on the offensive end. The defense has been sufficient, especially if you clean up the rebounding. But the offense is teetering. It's just not quite what you're going to need to get it done.
Garacki and Ford right now combined 3 points on 1 of 7 shooting. Walker's got the ball in his hands, backing in on Thomas, draws a double team, cans it off, and Garacki rattles the rim with a 2-hand flush. Emphatic first 2 points from Brian Garacki.
Great shot, or great pass, by Brandon Walker right there.
Moody on the drive against Turner. Reverses direction, pulls up on the left block. That jumper's no good. Rob Ford clears the rebound. Bobcats from left to right, trailing by 4. 3:20 to go in the first half. Ford, turn to the corner. Stops on the right block, trying to kick it out, and does to Garacki. Given to Walker at the top. Handoff for Garacki. Back to the cup. Missed the layup. He thought he got fouled from behind. Montana coming the other way. And the Cats get back defensively. Into the post. Catch is made. It's tip free, but recovered by Chase Henderson. Henderson setting it up at the top. Still dribbling. The the true freshman, rather. Pivoting, down low to Vasquez, and he lost the handle on it, and it's turned over. Cats got a break. That was going to be an easy layup.
Yeah, Henderson, just a terrible pass there. He hits Vasquez literally in the ankles. Otherwise, it's like you said, easy deuce. Big time for Montana State to get the stop. Garacki had the deuce there to cut it to
big
two.
Dunk.
He kind of got caught between. He realized he couldn't dunk. He didn't quite have enough elevation, but he didn't have an angle to put it off the glass and finish, and so unfortunate for the Cats. It's an empty possession, but a good defensive stop. All right, go get another offensive score.
Montana State down 32-28, 2:35 to go in the first half. Bobcats with the ball to our right. Out to the left wing, Patterson fires down to Walker on the mid-post left side. Back on Oki, backing down, shoulder to chest, spins to the right shoulder, lost it, loose on the floor, picks up the loose ball, goes down, and a travel. They picked it up, then fell down. Turnover by Montana State.
A little bit like the Lekalock layup earlier, looking to draw foul rather than be focused on your finish, and I think that just lost possession of that and unable to score.
Montana with the ball to our left. Whitney has the dribble, crosses over to the free throw line, picked up by Garacki, fires over to the right wing. Vasquez holds, now moves left, goes up to the top, now into the post on the right side. Here's Thomas against Turner. And he lost it. It's out of bounds, staying here with Montana as Turner poked it away.
Yeah, and Garacki kind of just lost his balance and went to the floor. It looked like he might have just kind of turned his ankle slightly. Cats got to defend. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Vasquez from the baseline will inbound. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. The Grizzlies leading by 4. Vasquez inbounding. Still looking. Gets it into Oki. Back to Vasquez. Triggers a left corner three. Good and one. Got hit by Eddie Turner. And they're calling that good, and he's going to the line. It's a three-point shot and a chance for one more at the line by Vasquez. Join Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $40 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Set up today at msubobcats.com/champskidsclub. And Vasquez misses the free throw as Walker grabs the rebound. Montana State down 35-28, 1:50 to go in the first half. Big possession here for the Bobcats. Turner spins inside and has it taken away, but a foul is called. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Montana State as Josh Vasquez gets tagged for his first.
That's a big break for the Bobcats right there on the road to get that call. Instead of a two-pointer going the other direction, they call the foul, and the Cats need to convert here, make these free throws.
Walker heading to the bench, 4 points, 1 of 1 from the field. Patterson leading the Cats with 8. Eddie Turner has 6. He's at the line. Sam Lekalot has 5. So big 1-and-1 here with Montana State down 7. The front end is good. Mom and sister making some noise behind us. 1:45 remaining in the first half. Montana State trying to split the rivalry series this year. And the free throw is good. 8 points for Eddie Turner in the first half. So the Cats are getting enough from the role players today, but Ford and Garacki quiet offensively so far.
Yeah, each of them just with a single basket, but right now it's finishing strong. Minute and a half to go, down 5. Finish this last little bit really strong.
Vasquez down to the left block, kicks it back out. Henderson tries a three. That's no good. Rebound tipped on the floor. Naduka gets rid of it, and Garacki has it. Then that pass is tipped, but recovered by Montana State. The Cats will slow it down. 1:15 to go in the first half. Montana State down 35-30. Turner gets the play call. Hands off for Garacki on the left wing. Gives it to Lekalot playing with 2 fouls. Bounce to Naduka on the right wing. 8 to shoot. Handoff Turner. 7. Turner picks up the dribble. 5. Back to Turner. Down to Naduka. One dribble, gets underneath, up with the right hand, no. Fight for the rebound, and won by Montana. Grizzlies from right to left. 45 seconds left in the first half. Moody weaving into the lane. Runner is up and good. Run on Moody got to his spot. Makes it a 7-point lead for Montana. Bobcats have the ball with a 5-second differential between the shot and game clocks. And Eddie Turner calls a prime lending timeout. Montana's Ribbon Shop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon.
Tough sequence right there for the Cats. You know, Induka's at a point-blank layup, misses the layup. You go the other direction. Moody gets a lane and then shoots a really hard fadeaway, like 8-footer, but makes it. So instead of making a bucket, setting your defense, getting a stop, you miss the layup and you're going the other way. And now instead of a 3-point game, you're down 7. So 32 seconds, 25 on the shot clock. Cat ball. Need a conversion here. Would love to see Tyler Patterson get that third 3 of the first half and get this team some momentum headed to the break.
Yeah, Montana State really hasn't tried a 3 now in quite some time. And the Bobcats just one of their last 7, and another scoring drought here for the Bobcats, and the offense hasn't totally been put together in a lot of these games. We've seen some pieces today, but not enough.
Yeah, just really big to get a quality shot here and have a guy step up and make it.
7-second differential between the shot and game clocks. 32 seconds to go in the first half. Inbounded to Rob Ford with Montana State trailing 37-30. Clock winding down. Ford bent over the bounce on the Grizzly logo at center court. Letting it burn. 10 seconds to shoot. Now 8 and they go. Ford, 7. Ford to the right elbow. Step back 2 ball. Short. Rebound Montana. 8 seconds left in the first half. Montana in the front court. 6 up to the top into the left corner. Wide open 3. Jackson Knapp got it. 2 and then 1. And that is the end of the first half. Montana closes with the momentum as Jackson Knapp puts in the corner 3. And the Bobcats down by 10 as we head to halftime. Montana 40, Montana State 30 at halftime. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
For every adventure and every mishap, Bozeman Health provides expert, personalized care to each person, going well beyond traditional health care. We're your partner in health and well-being, working together for your day-to-day and the decades to come. With care sites in Belgrade, Big Sky, and Bozeman, and with the only hospitals in the Gallatin Valley, Bozeman Health keeps your care close to home. Find a Bozeman Health provider today at bozemanhealth.org.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University in the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Montana Fence, located in Billings, Bozeman, Great Falls, and Kalispell, is Montana's largest fencing superstore. Get everything you need for your fencing projects at rock bottom pricing. Low prices on all styles of farm fence, chain link, vinyl privacy, ornamental iron, cedar pickets, continuous panels, wood privacy. We have it all. Quality materials at truckload prices. Let the experts at Montana Fence help you plan your next project. Whether you use our team or do it yourself, check out Montana Fence.
Welcome back to the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Montana State is trailing 40-30 against Montana As again, we are at halftime. They are showing highlights from the football Brawl of the Wild, which is not a happy memory, and they are about to bring out the Great Divide Trophy out to the middle of the floor. Turnabout's fair play. Bobcats did that last year after they had won it, and that was a nice moment. Well, if you don't like watching them carry that thing around, then best thing to do is just win it back next year.
That's absolutely right. It's been a little bit back and forth after the Cats won 4 straight. Been a little every other right now. Home teams have kind of controlled it the last 3 years.
Anyway, back to the hardwood with Montana State down 40-30 at halftime. And Brian, the Bobcats were kind of fighting through it a little bit there. They played some good stretches, struggling on the glass overall, did hit a few shots. So kind of 50-50, but then that late little rush by Montana at the end, that was a backbreaker.
Yeah, didn't like the last, effectively it's the last minute 37. You go 0-5, and you go from a 5-point game to a 10-point game, and you got the Grizzly faithful fired up. And it's just, it's just little things. I mean, Nduka has not a wide open, but a contested layup he's got to finish. He doesn't. Leads to a Moody bucket. Rob Ford forces a shot with a hand absolutely down his throat, and then the transition isn't there, and Knapp is wide open, and he buries a 3. And that's the difference between winning and losing, especially on the road. You just can't have a minute 37 laps where you give up a 5-0 run. It's a tough deal.
Well, now they've brought out their National Runner-Up Trophy, Big Sky Trophy, and the little brown Stein out in front of us.
If I can make one comment, though, when this happened last year and 2 years before that in Brick Breeden, our football team carried out.
They did.
The
Great
trophy.
Divide Trophy, yes.
Yeah, and Grizzlies put it on a little cart, make it a little easier for them. I understand. It's heavy.
Yeah.
I get it, but definitely it's different when your offensive and defensive lines are the ones that are bringing that thing out on their shoulders.
Well, and the quarterback, Tommy Malott, was one of the guys that was doing it too. And Bobby Houck is going to address the crowd now. He's a little shorter in person, especially with those boots on. That's like a 4-inch heel there. All right, we're taking a break. More of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show after this. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 40-30. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bozeman Spirits Distillery. Craft distilling award-winning spirits for over 9 years. Making some of your favorites like Bobcat Gold Bourbon, Montana 1889 Whiskey, Cold Spring Huckleberry Vodka, Jim Bridger Bourbon, and many more. Visit the tasting room, try signature craft cocktails, and purchase bottles today. Located at 121 West Main, Bozeman Spirits Distillery, downtown Bozeman. When garage door issues happen, don't just call anybody. Call the pros at DoorTech. Our family-owned and operated business happily serves the Gallatin Valley. We install and service residential, commercial, and custom overhead doors and operators. With factory-trained and certified technicians, we're committed to quality, value, and long-term relationships. Call us at 582-1623 and let us help you with the solution to all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Your region's only premier authorized Rainer dealer.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza. Bridger Brewing, cheers to every adventure being better than the last. We're on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Some of the numbers from the first 20 minutes. Cats shoot 40% overall, 4 of 10 from 3, sponsored by Wendy's, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Montana 43% from the field, 5 of 12 from downtown, 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Montana out-rebounds Montana State 23-13. Cats have 4 assists, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services, on 10 field goals. 2 steals today as well, and just 4 turnovers for Montana State, 5 for Montana. Cats were led by Eddie Turner's 8 points. Tyler Patterson had 8, Lekalot 5, Walker 4, Ford had 3, Garacki with 2. On the other side, Deshaun Thomas had 12, Moody had 10, Vasquez had 9, Whitney with 4 points, Knapp with 3, and Oki with 2. The biggest numbers you're looking at, Brian, right now as we get ready for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, those 10 offensive rebounds led to an extra 10 shot attempts for Montana. That's not, obviously, a recipe for success. I like the 4 for 10 from 3. I think they've got to continue to be aggressive from behind the arc, so that's a good thing. But ultimately, it comes back down to those 3 guards. We've said it before. You got to contain those 3 guards. They've got 23 first-half points. They're on pace for the same that they had in Bozeman, and that's not going to be good enough. The Cats have got to find a way in the second half to shut down the penetration. That's where a lot of that issue on the offensive glass is coming. You got Whitney going downhill, Vasquez going downhill. Bigs have to step up and help out because the perimeters aren't doing their job defensively, and it's either drop-off dunk or miss shot, and then there's no one there to block out the Montana big, because our big is helping the guards. The guards have got to hold their own on the perimeter one-on-one defense.
All right, we're taking a break on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Montana leading Montana State 40-30. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
You can always say good morning, but when you're about to enjoy golden biscuits and toasty hash browns at McDonald's, you say good morning.
A good morning is even better with a medium iced coffee for $1.99. Perfect with your breakfast favorites like the Sausage McMuffin with egg and golden hash browns. Order ahead on the app to save time. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Found your dream home but dread having to move? Call Mesa Moving and Storage. We make moving fun. We work hard so you don't have to. We are here to help take the stress out of moving your home or business. If there's a move in your future, contact Mesa to handle the details so you can enjoy the experience. Mesa, the largest United agency family in Montana, is ready to take care of all your moving and storage needs. Call the friendly folks at Mesa, 406-285-7033.
Back on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. Montana State trailing Montana 40-30 at halftime. Quick check of the Big Sky scoreboard before we get going in the second half today. Everything else is a final. Weber hangs on late to win at Eastern 90-84. Idaho rolling. They beat Idaho State 55-53. Northern Colorado hangs on at Sacramento State, winning 80-75. And Portland State dominates Northern Arizona at home 83-68. Time now to pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keith Goodlockley alongside Brian Preby with Will Gordon back in the studios. We're taking a break as Montana State trails Montana 40-30 at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
We have wrapped up the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana halftime show. We are back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and we are ready to go for the second half. Montana State trailing Montana 40-30. All right, Brian, what are you looking for out of the start from the Bobcats in the second half?
Got to have a great start. No question, on the road in Dahlberg, down 10 right now. Got to start quick, get this thing back to a 4, 5, 6 type point game in the first couple of minutes. They're going to do that by making some threes, and then they're going to do it on the defensive end by, one, stopping those guards' penetration, taking away the three, and then rebounding the ball. They got to get on the glass and clean that up. Montana's plus 10 advantage is the difference right now.
Get to the McDonald's delivery of the half. Tyler Patterson delivering a pair of Wendy's three-pointers in the first 20 minutes. Patterson and Turner led the Cats with 8 points apiece. Deshaun Thomas leads all scorers with 12, and that pesky Anand Moody has 10 today. All right, here we go. Montana State trying to split this rivalry series this year. The Bobcats trying to end a 3-game skid before they head back home for 2 of their final 3 home games, with the Big Sky tournament just 3 weeks away. Really, after this one, 2 weeks away, with only 5 more games to go.
No question about it. Be nice to get a quick, easy shot for Rob Ford here to get him rolling. I know Vasquez is probably thinking he's got to do everything he can to prevent that.
Flip sides, Bobcats inbound the basketball, and Brandon Walker turns it over right away. Montana the other way, and Josh Vasquez sets it up on the right wing. So the slowest of slow starts to turn it over in the first 10 seconds. Cats down 10, Grizzlies with the ball. Whitney bounced down to the post, left side. Oki, jump pass, picked off. Tyler Patterson the steal. Ahead to Garacki one-on-one in transition, and he draws the foul as he goes for the right-handed layup. So Brian Garacki will go to the line. First foul on Deshaun Thomas.
And that's a good stop by the Bobcats. Get the turnover there, run a double team at Oki. He thinks he's got Eddie Turner, got the great mismatch. He's going to go to work. Garacki comes over, forces an errant pass. Tyler Patterson comes up with it, and the Cats give themselves a chance to start well.
Garacki scores the first point of the second half, only his third point today. He's been averaging 10.5 a game over the last 5. Before that, he was top 5 in the league in scoring. Thomas and Dylan Jones have been flipping spots. St. Thomas of Northern Colorado have been flipping over the scoring lead, both hovering about 20 to 21 points a game. Garacki hits both free throws. Cats down 8, 19-20 to go in the game. Vasquez throws it up to the top for Oki. Takes it to the right wing, fires into the corner. Here's a 3. Moody knocks it down. 13 points for Moody today.
Yeah, just too much space there. Rob is helping a little bit too much in the lane, and you just can't do that on him on Moody.
Walker into the lane, goes up with the right hand, missed the layup through contact. Montana clears the rebound again. Moody pushes the tempo, throws to the left wing. Thomas a 3. Short, Walker the rebound. Bobcats with the ball, trailing 43-32, 18:45 to go in the game. Out to the right wing, Patterson dials it up. That 3 ball is short, and Montana has the rebound. Oh, and Ford just tweaked his shoulder. He was going after the rebound. He's kind of favoring that right arm. It's been something that's been banged up for him. Vasquez, topside 3. That's short. Offensive rebound for Montana. Whitney will set it up and slow it down. Whitney crosses over into the lane, down to the left block, pivoting. Bounce pass down to the right block now. Oki reverse layup left it short. And the rebound tipped out of bounds going to Montana State. Sam Leckelot checking in quite quickly now.
Boy, the Cats can't even come up with that rebound clean. I mean, it's 2 on none down there. And they're fortunate that the ball went off a Montana player so they get possession, but it's just not pretty right now on the glass.
We knew that was an issue for the Bobcats early. We knew it was going to be an issue throughout the year. It's gotten better as time has gone on, but now has regressed over this 3-game losing streak. Over to Leckelot. Into the right, or out to the right wing for Turner. Turns into the lane. Turner down to the left block, pivoting. Handoff underneath. Leckelot up with the right hand and lays it in. Beautiful find. And Sam Leckelot with 7 points today.
Great pass by Eddie Turner there. And Sam with a nice little finish to get this, again, just keep the momentum at bay.
Moody the other way. That 3 ball is good again. 16 points for Anand Moody.
Exact same start in Bozeman. Moody hits his first 2 threes the second half and goes off for double digits. He's got 2 already, and we're only a minute plus in.
Leckelot gives it to Turner on the right wing. He dials up a 3. It's rimming, no. Left it short. Rebound knocked out of bounds. That's going to be, oh, they're calling that Montana ball. That really looked like Leckelot knocked it off of Thomas and then went out. So it'll be Montana ball going from left to right.
Yeah, Cats, man, those 2 threes by Moody are just daggers. Those are plays that the Bobcats cannot give up. He's the one guy, and that puts the threesome of guards up near 30 points already. 17 to go.
Whitney into the right corner. Vasquez an open 3. Got it. Too easy for this Montana offense now. 49-34. Grizzlies leading with 17 minutes to go in the second half.
Yeah, and all 3 threes involve Rob Ford just not being where he needs to be. He's getting a little ball watching, a little ball heavy, losing track, and 3 open threes are going to cost you 9 points, and that's not going to work. Cannot do that.
Deshaun Thomas picked up a foul running through a screen, his second. Montana State will inbound to the right sideline. There's really not much room. This place is just crammed. Pretty unnecessarily, to be honest. Leckelot at the top. Over to Garacki on the left wing. And he tries to lay it up. We got a whistle and a blocking foul. Moody tried to square him up, but he was not at all. And he got his arm grabbed. So Moody picks up the foul. His first.
Wow, I'm surprised that's underneath. It sure felt like the contact occurred as Garacki went up to go score the basketball.
So Montana State will inbound in front of the student section to our left. Eddie Turner from the baseline. Looking, gets to Leckelot, back to Turner in the left corner with the Cats trailing 49-34. Turner, reverse layup, spins it off the window. That's good. Eddie Turner, nice night offensively. He's got 10.
Yeah, he's probably been the Bobcats' most consistent player on the offensive end. Patterson had a spurt where he got his quick 8. Turner, though, has been pretty consistent methodically throughout.
Whitney on the right wing. Takes it left, gives it to Vasquez, pressured by Ford. Back to Whitney, handed off for Moody. Over to Vasquez, tries a contested three. That one's no good. Offensive rebound. Oki up and fouled by Lekalot. Took a big swing on that block attempt. Third foul on Lekalot. And another offensive rebound, the 12th for Montana.
Yeah, second in the second half. Right now they're averaging every other minute getting one. Man, it's a lot of extra defense you're playing because you're not taking care of the glass.
16 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the game. Grizzlies leading 49-36 as Oki lines it up. First of the two free throws is good. It's only a 57% free throw shooter, and he had only scored a combined 2 points in his first 3 games against the Grizzlies. Against the Bobcats. Oki lining it up again. And that free throw is good. 4 points for Laulu Oki.
Cats are going to need a run here, one of those 8-0 type runs to get this thing back under control. Down 15 early.
It's a 10-point halftime deficit. 16 minutes to go in the game. Handoff for Garacki. Takes it up to the top. Bounce pass down to the mid-post left side. Walker trying to back in. Now he's facing up against Oki. Now backs in, back to the basket, gets the restricted area, goes up, lays it, good and one. Got whacked by Oki, and a little scooping layup rattles home. So Brandon Walker, first points in the second half, he's got 6, and he'll go to the line when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trailing Montana 51-38 with 15:49 to go in the game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m., and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana. Bobcat fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at MSU bookstores, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. MSU Bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org, at Bobcat Stadium on game days, or on campus in the Strand Union Building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at MSU Bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase go directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trailing Montana 51-38 with 15 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the game. And all Montana here in the second half.
Yeah, they're up 11-8. If you look at it, they've made 3 threes. They've only made 3 shots. They've only taken 1-2 at this point. They missed it. The Cats on the other side, 3 for 5 from the field, but 0 for 2 from behind the arc, and the rebounding continues to be a challenge. So Montana State's got to reverse course here. They don't have a ton of time. I mean, 60 minutes is a lot of time, but you need, like I said, like an 8-0 run to get this thing back to a 2-possession game and find yourself in a position to fight it out in the last, say, 5-6 minutes.
Brandon Walker going to the line right now to try to complete a 3-point play after a tough finish. He had 18 points in the first meeting. He's got 6 right now as he heads to the stripe. Montana State at 6-6 in Big Sky play. A loss today, and they'll be slipped into that big mess that's going to be fighting to stay out of the first day of the Big Sky tournament. The Bobcats, win or lose today, still have a good shot to stay out of that first day because of the heavy lifting they did early.
Yeah, and the fact that they own the tiebreak with Idaho State is going to be big because that's most likely the team that's going to be right around that 6-7 barrier.
Free throw is no good from Walker. And Montana pushes the tempo from left to right. They lead by 13 to our right with 15:40 to go in the game. Whitney on the drive, down to the right block against Patterson. Kicks it out to Moody. Pulls up. They called the foul on the jumper. No good on the long two, and he'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. Eddie Turner picks up his first foul.
Yeah, fouling Amon Moody is just, might as well just make him let him make the shot because he just so rarely misses free throws.
Yeah, he's 93% from the free throw line. Just recently crossing over the 1,500-point mark. And a guy who's played almost 150 games in his career. Free throw is good.
Trying to make a comeback, your margin for error gets smaller and smaller as the clock dwindles. And so Bobcats need to take advantage of those opportunities at the free throw line and then find ways to get stops.
Moody hits them both. He's got 18. Montana State down 53-38, 15:25 to go in the game. Walker at the top. From the right wing. Still has the dribble beyond the arc. Takes it into the right corner. Still Walker. Now backs down on the right baseline. Spins left shoulder. Righty. Scoop shot is good. Tough finish by Brandon Walker, who's got 8.
Boy, and the fact Montana's called off the double team on Walker, he's going to have an advantage if he can get a dribble going toward the basket, get some momentum. He's bigger and thicker than Oki, and he might be the way the Bobcats can get something done.
Moody had it tipped out of his hands by Garacki. It's out of bounds and staying with Montana. Coach Logie disagrees, but cordially, of course. Montana with the ball to our right. Lobbed up to Brandon Whitney at the half-court line. Crosses over to the left wing. Weaves into the lane. Now steps through. Has to kick it out. Left wing three by Thomas. Good. 15 points for Deshaun Thomas. He had only hit 2 in his last 3 games, but he is hot from downtown today. 16-point lead for Montana.
In Bozeman, the Grizz went 6 of 8 in the second half from 3. Tonight, 4 for 7 already.
Walker draws the foul on Oki. First on Laulo Oki. Walker going to the line. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal, supporting student athletes. Both Ford and Garacki shut down today. Combined 7 points on 2 of 10 from the field and 1 of 5 from downtown.
Yeah, and the other side of it, you look at those three guys are at 34 points, and a lot of time still to go.
Walker puts it in. Yeah, talk about Vasquez, Moody, and Whitney. And Deshaun Thomas having a big day with 15.
And Whitney got off early. He had their first 4 points. He hadn't scored since. He's 0 for his last 6, but those other guys have carried that load, and then add in Deshaun Thomas with a couple threes, and that's the formula.
Walker hits both free throws. He's got 10 points. 14:20 to go in the game. Grizzlies leading 56-42. Montana to our right. Whitney on the drive. Had it poked away by Turner, and he saves it across the baseline. Great effort by Eddie Turner. Rob Ford into the front court. Crosses over. Lost his balance and throws it out of bounds. Turnover by Montana State. Just their 6th of the day.
Yeah, and one of the things you've seen with a lot of these turnovers are coming off the dribble. And Montana State's an offense that's built around ball movement and player movement, not so much penetration. And tonight there's been a lot of turnovers off penetration.
Whitney up at the top. Throws over to the right wing. Vasquez holds. Kick up to the top. Knapp dials up with 3. No. And Garacki has the rebound. Boy, that was wide open.
Man, that's the easiest 3 the Grizz have had all night.
That's saying something because they've had a couple of easy 3s tonight. Walker at the top. Picks up the dribble. Gives it with a bounce to Turner on the right wing, who's handled the ball a lot today. Turner left. Crosses over into the lane. Down to the right block. Puts it up off the glass. Left it short. And Deshaun Thomas has the rebound. Whitney into the front court. Throws up the top. Thomas tries a three. That's no good. Rob Ford has the rebound. Cats down 14 rather, with the ball to our left. Rob Ford had 30 in the first meeting. Gives it up to Garacki at the top. Garacki to the right wing. Into the lane. Down to the left block. Kicks it out. Walker wide open three. Good. Brandon Walker. He's got 13 after the three ball.
Couple stops. You're not far off, giving yourself some hope and some feel, but got to put together stops.
This is a Montana team that has scored 90 points 6 times this year. Thomas an open three, and it's good. Boy, he was left wide open.
Yeah, and the three-point defense has just collapsed for Montana State here in the second half. Grizz now 6 of 11 from behind the arc.
Turner spins, floats, no. Montana the rebound. Out to Vasquez, steps into a left wing three, got it. Timeout, Montana State. We're taking a break. 12:06 to go in the ball game. Montana leading Montana State 62-45. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
For all you've been through lately, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana wants to make sure you are covered in care. From preventive cancer screenings to proper control of diabetes, high blood pressure and behavioral health management, to prenatal care and child immunizations, Blue Cross and Blue Shield is by your side, reminding you preventive care is imperative care. Stay on top of your health at bcbsmt.com. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Guaranteed Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Guaranteed Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail. With its patient experience that's second to none, experienced doctors and advanced technology, Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. 12:06 to go in the game. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 62-45. And this game is unraveling fairly quickly.
Yeah, and it really comes down to two teams that are just playing differently right now. Montana is really sharing the ball. They're moving it. They've got 15 assists on just 21 makes. That means 75% of their field goal makes have come off a teammate creating a shot for a teammate. Montana State just 6 assists tonight on 15 makes. Usually they're a little bit better than that. Usually they'd be around 9 on the 15, but not tonight. And the last 3 possessions sum it up. Bobcats get a one-on-one turnover. Rob Ford falls down. 2 possessions later, Eddie Turner does basically the same thing. And then in between that, you had a possession with ball movement where Brian Gracke finds his teammate Brandon Walker open, and Brandon Walker makes a shot. And it's a little bit of kind of what's happening right now. The Bobcats play on a lot of one-on-one ball, and it's just not who they're built to be.
Eddie Turner into the front court, gets to Rob Ford, and then up to Garacki, around to Patterson on the right wing. Up to Walker at the top. Handoff for Turner. Into the lane, Turner pivoting, kicks it out. Up to the top for Patterson. Over to Walker on the right baseline. Walker facing up. Has the dribble. Throws out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Patterson puts up an NBA 3. Swirls off, no good. Montana has another rebound. Whitney into the front court. Well, now you got to make sure this thing just doesn't keep ballooning, as it could get ugly quick. 11:20 to go in the game. Grizzlies up 62-45 with the ball. Whitney on the left wing. 8 to shoot. Up to Vasquez, 5. Vasquez drives, gets underneath, blocked by Rob Ford, and the catch pick up the loose ball. Ford trying to push the tempo up to the top against Moody. Handoff for Turner. He drives, easy, clear path, and he lays it in. Wow. Red Sea parted, a dozen for Eddie Turner today.
Bobcats needed something easy like that, get a little momentum going. Again, you're just an 8-0 run away from making it interesting.
10:45 to go in the game. Montana hasn't played a lot of close games this year. Whitney probing, nowhere to go. Out to Thomas, picked up by Turner. 8 to shoot. Bounce pass underneath. Knapp kicks into the left corner. Open 3. Moody got it. 21 for Anand Moody.
If you can't stop penetration, you're going to get toasted, and that's what's happening to the Cat defense right now. 7 for 12 from behind the arc. Everything is just off penetration and kick back out. Guys are wide open for threes.
7 of 12 from 3 in the second half. That's Montana. Turner lays it in on the left side. Heck of a finish for Eddie Turner, who's got 14 now. 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 65-49. Whitney to his left. Throws up the top for Moody. Takes it to the left wing. Picked up by Ford. Giving it a Knapp. Then to Thomas, top of the key. Handoff for Vasquez off a screen. Tries a 3. That's no good. Walker contested. And Montana State has the rebound. Ford on the left wing. Hands it off for Garacki. Garacki drives into the lane. Down to the right block. Goes up. No good. And they call the foul late. First foul on Jackson Knapp. Brian Garacki going to the line.
Yeah, easy call. He sure let it go a long time before he blew that whistle, though.
That'll take us to a break. 9:30 to go in the ball game. Montana leading Montana State 65-49. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Working from home has definitely put home projects into overdrive. New landscaping, gardens, patios, and fences. But if you're digging, you're contacting 811. Utility lines, including Northwestern Energy's, can be buried even just a few inches underground, and hitting one can be dangerous. The best way to keep you, the community, and your contractor crew safe is by having lines properly marked. Make your request online at least 2 full business days before you want to dig at call811.com.
Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by the Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. 9:30 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies in control, up 65-49. And for Montana State, just not enough defensively. And at the same time, look, we knew this was going to be a challenging year. There's been some great moments and still a lot of opportunity regardless of how this plays out. But it does kind of feel like if you're the rest of the Big Sky, you better get the Bobcats now because you know Logie and this coaching staff are going to continue to add to the talent here, and they're going to continue to coach the heck out of them.
Without question. I mean, they have proven they're doing a ton as it relates to getting as much out of this group as they can, and they've just had a bunch of different looks, and they've changed some offensive things, and they've just moved it around. I just think the unfortunate thing is a lack of depth it's starting to really show its head. I mean, Rob Ford is beat up right now, and he's playing through a lot of things.
Yeah.
And when you don't have depth, guys play extended minutes. That's fine for a month or even a few weeks. But when you start having to do that for 4 or 5 months, then you put yourself in a spot where you just wear down. There's just not a lot in that tank.
Brian Garacki is at the free throw line. He just missed the first. And he'll line up a second. That shot is up and good. So Garacki hits 1 of 2. He's got 5 points.
Basically started the fourth quarter down 15, so the Cats are going to need a run here. We keep saying it, but it hasn't yet materialized.
Moody at the top. Down to the right block. Goes up, lays it good, and 1. Turner with the foul, his second. Moody looking to complete a 3-point play as he's gone off today. Eighth game of 20-plus points for Moody, who will finally have to join the real world next year after 70% of a decade in college.
Yeah, he'll be playing somewhere, I'm going to guess, overseas. And, he had 10 at halftime. He's got 13 in the second half. He loves playing in front of this Grizz faithful.
Hits the free throw. He's got 25. The season high was 36. Montana State with the ball down 18. Lecolon hands it off for Turner with 9 minutes to go. Turner down to the mid-post left side, gets underneath the cup, weaves out, gives it to Patterson. Right corner 3, in and out. Rebound tipped and saved to Garacki, who lays it in. It was saved by Montana to Garacki, who now has 7 points.
Yeah, Deshaun Thomas should have just eaten that one. You're always told never save the ball into the opponent's basket, and that's exactly why. Easy deuce for Brian Garacki.
Into the left corner, Whitney down the baseline, brings it back out. Throws up to Vasquez on the left wing. Vasquez at the top. Crosses over on Lecolot, gives to Moody. He takes it to the elbow, crosses over into the lane, lays it up, no. Rebound tipped, and Montana State comes away with it. Ford into the front court. Down to the right block, leans in, lays, good, and 1. And Rob Ford is going to the line after his second field goal make of the day. Brandon Whitney picking up his third.
A couple good possessions in a row for the Bobcats. Thanks to Deshaun Thomas's save under the basket, and then Rob Ford getting ahead of steam in transition, able to finish off glass.
Ford comes in fourth in the Big Sky in scoring in conference play at over 18 a game. Third in the Big Sky in rebounds. Fourth in the Big Sky in three-point field goal makes per game. And the free throw is good. An all-conference year for Rob Ford. 8 1/4 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies up 68-55. The Bobcats have a lot of guys playing 35-plus minutes. Certainly a lingering effect in February. Vasquez kicks it to the left corner. Henderson gives it back to Vasquez in that corner. Vasquez working on Patterson. 8 to shoot. Kick it out to the top. Henderson, 5 to shoot. Henderson drives the baseline. 3. Out to the left corner, Moody. Back to Henderson, tries a 3. That's short, out of bounds. And staying here, I thought that was a shot clock violation. And it's going to take us to a timeout. I swear that shot did not get off. Take a break, 7:44 to go in the game. Montana leading Montana State 68-55. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
First West Insurance, a Montana-born company, has been helping friends and neighbors protect what they love most since 1972. From home and businesses to farm and ranch to life and health insurance, our team is dedicated to finding solutions that work for you. We believe in creating relationships as deep as our Montana roots. First West, your local insurance agency.
I want BOGO for $1. Daily Double.
Honey, wake up.
What? What's up?
You were talking in your sleep.
I had this dream. McDonald's Daily Double was BOGO for $1, just like the McChicken, McDouble, and Hot and Spicy McChicken.
Honey, that's not a dream. The Daily Double is BOGO for $1.
All my dreams are coming true.
I don't know about that.
What do you think that dream means?
My guess, you really like McDonald's BOGO for $1 items.
Oh, you're good.
Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Grizzlies leading the Bobcats 68-55 with 7:44 to go in the ballgame. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Monty is in a gritty battle with a couple of young kids. I don't know that Monty's the kind of guy that's going to let that 5-year-old win. Although that was a heck of a cartwheel by the 5-year-old.
Yeah, if Monty.
Oh, and he just rubs it in. He just did a cartwheel and a backflip.
If he plays it to the level of his competition, he could lose.
He could. We'll see. I don't know. Monty's pretty athletic, although now he just tumbles down. Well, for Montana State, bit of a tough day in Missoula. Bobcats not doing enough defensively again. That was a big part of what we saw in the first meeting. Right now, Montana State down 68-55, and they look worn out. They look tired. It's kind of a fine line. Are you not playing hard, or are you worn down? It certainly looks like the worn down, not just not playing hard, because they want to, but it's tough with as many guys that are playing 35-plus minutes right now.
Yeah, and then you got to be efficient. And you got to do things right, and they've done some good things. I mean, the first 37, 38 minutes of the first half were right where you want to be. It's a 5-point game. You're in great shape. You miss a layup. They convert on the other end. You miss another one or turn it over. And all of a sudden, you're down 10 at half. And then you don't start the second half the way you want to. And now you're just playing uphill. It just makes life very, very difficult.
Oki out on the right elbow. 10 to shoot. Out to the left wing for Whitney. Then to Knapp, open topside three, missed it. Rebound, Montana. They're plus 13 on the glass. Moody slices the left baseline with a scoop shot and lays it in for 27 points today. Ford, handoff, Lekalot had it stripped. And here comes Moody into the lane, draws the foul. Catch that. There should have been a foul on the other side as Lekalot picks up his fourth today. He has not quite been the X factor we had hoped.
No, he had a good start, though. A couple rebounds early, banged a three, did some things defensively. But again, you look out there and Bobcat guys, hands on knees, bent over, tired. A Montana team that's energetic and dancing around and playing to the crowd is, very tells you everything you need to know about where this game sits.
Moody misses the free throw. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. So Moody will line up another one. There's just not much Montana State could do. Everything was graduated or transferred out as the second free throw's no good. Moody just missed two.
Tacos.
And the Bobcats will take it from right to left. You can walk into Taco Bell, see if they'll give it to you. Ford out to the left wing. Crosses over into the lane. Fall away jumper swatted away by Oki on the block. Whitney from left to right. Out to Moody. Steps to his left. Lets it fly. That's no good. Offensive rebound. And it's becoming routine now. Out to Thomas. He's wide open. Instead, he gives it to Whitney, who drives into the lane. Kicks to Moody. His three. Yeah. 30 for Anand Moody. 29.
29.
On the drive, Turner turns and bangs it off the window and in. 16 for Eddie Turner. He's been good today. 6 1/4 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies up 73-57. Whitney wanders over to the left wing. Bounce pass to the top. Oki throws it back to Whitney. Going back to the top. Here's a three. Short. Rebound, Montana State. And a technical on Moody.
For the flop right there.
Yep.
Both teams got hit once.
Well, calling it even. It's the same call they made on Ford earlier.
Yeah, it's a pretty good call, honestly. But surprised it was made, but I was surprised it was made in the first half, too.
So Garacki is at the line. And the free throw is good. 8 points for Garacki today. And it's still Montana State ball with 5:54 to go in the game. Grizzlies up 73-58.
Well, if you got a run in you, this is it right here. You got to get it by the 4-minute media, have some momentum, have some juice, have some energy, and come out for the last four and try and make it happen. But it's got to happen right now. There is no more waiting.
Turner down to the right baseline, gets underneath the basket, turns up with the right hand, lays it in. Eddie Turner now with 18 points, matching his career high with the Bobcats. It's career high overall.
5-0 run for Montana State here over the last minute and a half.
13-point game, stop at a bucket, and it starts to get interesting. Down to Oki, tip free. Oki recovers, blocked and fouled by Garacki. Yep. Second foul on Garacki. Oki going to the line with 5:19 left. The Grizzlies up 13.
Yeah, and Garacki got a lot of ball there, but he clearly hit him with the body. Easy call. Right guy to put on the line, though, if you want to get a stop, because he was wide open. I thought he was just going to have an easy dunk.
Yeah. So Lalu Oki going to the stripe, a sixth-year senior, one of the guys with a lot of experience. Oki reins it in. The Bobcats going to be fighting to stay out of that first day of Big Sky Tournament. The bottom four teams have to play that opening round game. Next free throw is good. Oki hits them both. Yeah, he made him earn it. 6 points. Cats back down by 15. 5 1/4 to go in the ball game. Patterson gives to Walker. Handoff for Turner. Dribbles left, pulls up from the elbow. That's no good. Walker an offensive rebound to the baseline. As he's falling away, he saves it into Montana. Whitney the other way, ahead to Vasquez. Now slows it down, hands off for Moody. Thought about a logo three, turned it down. Gives it to Whitney. Head of steam against Walker. Down to the right baseline. Bounce pass on the baseline to Oki with a two-hand slam. 8 points for Oki, 17-point lead for the Grizzlies with 4:35 to go. Ford crosses over to the right wing. Down to the mid-post, goes to the rack, blocked by Vasquez, out of bounds, Montana ball. Yeah, you can just see it. Ford just does not have the same legs right now.
No, he's definitely out of gas. Be interesting. It's a really hard thing because on the road against your rival, you don't want to clear the bench too early and get beat by 25, but you also got a team that's not got a lot in the tank, and do you need to take these 4 minutes and not let anything happen?
Yeah, Ford's on fumes right now. Vasquez on the right wing. Dribbles left, crosses over, and a foul, hand check on Walker. It's on the floor, even though he hit a shot. And that was just, that looked like somebody who was tired and just couldn't get his feet moving and had to use his hands. 4:10 remaining in the game, Grizzlies up by 17. Walker to the bench. Lekelot onto the floor. Inbound up to the top. Oki throws over to the left wing for Whitney. Backs it out to the half-court line. Whitney down to the mid-post right side. Crossing over into the lane. Pivoting. Kicks it out. Thomas. Bounce down to Oki against Ford. And he's able to lay it in. Boy, he went right into the chest of Ford. He looked pretty squared up. I am very surprised there was not an offensive foul called there. Ford holding his ribs. And Montana State into the front court. He looked pretty darn squared up. Ford fighting as hard as he possibly can. Turner breaking it down. Kicks to Ford. Right corner three. That's good. Wow. And a timeout called by Montana State. Heck of a shot by Rob Ford, who has emptied the tank. He is absolutely giving it everything he's got as Coach Logie is lighting up the officials for the no call on the other side. We're taking a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trailing 79-63 against the Grizzlies. 3:26 to go. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
The snow is falling and temps are dropping, Bobcat fans, so it's the perfect time to cozy up with heartwarming soups and comfort food. Elevate your kitchen game and create magic tonight with La Cuisine's premium cookware. Don't forget the secret ingredient, a new top-selling cookbook. Attend a cooking class and you'll learn how to make every meal a slam dunk. La Cuisine is Bozeman's boutique kitchen store, and we can help you create the perfect table with our curated Montana-made and European dining treasures. Discover the ideal blend of style and functionality at La Cuisine, 2405 West Main.
Bridger Brewing is home to award-winning locally crafted beer and pizza and is proud to support all things Bobcat sports. Open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, last beer served at 8 p.m., and located right across from the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. Stop by after the game today to enjoy a cold pint of beer and a slice of made-from-scratch delicious pizza. Dine-in service and online ordering for takeout are both available. Check out BridgerBrewing.com and at Bridger Brewing on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned for updates on our newest adventure in Three Forks, Montana.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. 3:26 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies leading 79-63. Most of the starters still out there. Lecolot is the exception. He was really doing his best to try to pump up the guys and bring some energy in the huddle. Rob Ford looks like he's in a ton of pain. Eddie Turner has had a great ball game today with 18 points. So that's been a nice flash for the Bobcats. But all in all, it's not enough as they're staring down their fourth straight loss in this one.
Yeah, and they're staring down a massive homestand right here. Open that homestand with Portland State, who's the team you're right in that 5-6
and they
line
won today
with. They have been hot of late. They have been playing really, really well. And so can you get that one and then beat Sac State and set yourself up at the end here? But they've got to find a little bit more gas in the tank coming into next week.
Inbound into some pressure in the backcourt. Montana is able to get it in. Still have 5 seconds to break the timeline, and Whitney does get it across with a quick pass ahead to Moody. Yeah, Portland State won earlier today, so they are 7-7, and they come to the brick on Thursday. Whitney, runner, no, rebound, tipped, won by Rob Ford. Then he got knocked around a little bit, but still able to recover the possession. He's trapped in the corner, and he finds Eddie Turner as the outlet. Turner into the front court, out to Patterson, transition corner three, no, and Montana has the rebound, and then a foul is called on Montana. Laulu Oki with his second. The Cats will shoot a 1-and-1. Town Pump is the proud sponsor of this Brawl the Wild rivalry series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Oh, it's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. So Lecolot going to the stripe for a 1-and-1. He's got 7 points today. He's been averaging 8 points, 5 boards on 49% from the field lately. Front end is good.
As the Cats look ahead a little bit to next weekend, you know, you're really going to need the Bobcat faithful to come. This is a team that has poured it out.
They really have.
They have responded at every turn. It's been a rough go the last 2 weeks. They are going to need that extra thing from the sixth man coming out of the stands to really give them that extra thing to get over the top, because this is a team that's close. This game was close and in doubt, especially in the first half, but once Montana gets that 10-point lead, they're just so hard to come back from behind on.
Lecolot hits both free throws. Bobcats down by 14. 2:35 remaining in the game. And a foul underneath as Rob Ford was fighting for positioning, and Ford picks up his third. He's really been favoring that right side of his rib cage a lot.
Yeah, he has been. I mean, we know his shoulder's been messed up, and he's taken more than a fair share of shots to the head. But, yeah, he's holding it pretty much every chance he can.
The front end of the free throws are good for Deshaun Thomas.
Could be something as simple as just took a shot there and it just sore, bruise kind of thing. Could be more.
Thomas, the second, is good. Now, Portland State on Thursday, Sac State on Saturday. Bobcats, really, they're going to more than likely need to win both of those games to stay out of that bottom four in the first day of the Big Sky tournament. Turner turns, hooks, no in traffic, missed the shot. Montana the rebound. So then you go to Eastern Washington. Well, first you go to Idaho, then Eastern Washington, and then home to host Weber.
Yeah, it's really the next three. Those, if you're going to finish 500 in the league, it's the next three that need to be won. All three, little 3-game win streak coming on the backside of a 4-game losing streak.
Out to the right wing, Deshaun Thomas shovels into the right corner. Vasquez crossing over, throws to the top. Whitney steps in for a 2, and it's good. 6 points for Brandon Whitney as Montana is shooting above 45% now. The shooting percentage isn't crazy, but they've got 13 more shots than Montana State as Turner leaves a hook shot short.
Yeah, and 7 more threes, and that's really the difference right there. It's hard to beat a team when you give up 13 threes.
About 90 seconds left. Grizzlies leading 83-65. Drive by Whitney, fouled and one. Naval Aiden. It's a new season at Kohl's with everyday styles at great prices. You can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's at Kohl's.com today. And now John Olmstead coming in, and Rob Ford will take a seat. Jed Miller coming in. Good to empty the bench here. Tip of the cap to Rob Ford. What an effort, what heart, absolute grinder. All you can ask is everything you got, and we've certainly seen that from the Bobcats' best.
Yeah, absolutely. He lays it on the line every day. Even if he comes into the gym at 80%, you're getting 100% of that 80% he's got.
Yeah.
That's literally all you can ask for out of a guy. No one's ever going to question his bona fides in that way. Tremendous effort by him.
Bobcat basketball presented by your locally owned McDonald's restaurants. Download the app and earn free food. Order from anywhere and even skip the line with convenient curbside pickup. Whitney at the stripe. Free throws up and good. So for the Bobcats, Patterson, Naduka, Garone, Miller, and Olmstead. Miller throws up the top for Patterson. Into the right corner for Naduka. Back to Miller, left wing. Dribbling right to the elbow, picks up the bounce, looking to get rid of it, does, and it's off the mark as Olmstead gets on the floor, laying out for the errant pass. Turnover by Montana State, good hustle by Olmstead, and Montana's coming the other way.
And both teams now have very much emptied the bench, as you'd expect at this point.
Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. 1 minute remaining. Grizzlies leading 86-65. The women lost earlier in convincing fashion as well. Henderson lays it in on the left block. 50 seconds left. Cats into the front court. Miller to the mid-post. The jumper is good. Nice jumper by Jed Miller. He's got 36 points on the year, coming off the bench. Henderson had it poked away out of bounds, staying here with Montana. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, the proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Inbounded down to the right block. Kick back out to the right wing. Hand off to Henderson beyond the arc. Henderson had his pocket picked by Jed Miller. Shot clock is off. You can burn it down here and keep the Grizzlies from hitting 90, which would be nice. Jump out to Garone. Weaving. Picks it up with 13 seconds left in the game. Miller has it now. 10 seconds left. Miller. Alley-oop. Olmstead slam. 88-69, 6.5 seconds left, and that will do it. Bobcats lose today, 4 straight losses. They're back home on Thursday. Grizzlies 88, Bobcats 69. That's the final. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
As a Montana parent, I want to be at my best for my child. I've learned that if I want to be at my best, then I need to take care of myself. ParentingMontana.org has podcast episodes about taking care of my own health and well-being, improving my relationship with my parenting partner, and supporting my child's physical and mental health. I found the podcast to be informative, relatable, and I can tune in whenever I have time. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success.
Brought to you by SAMHSA and Montana DPHHS.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State Athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, local banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats!
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Join the Town Pump Fountain and Coffee Club with Pump It Up rewards. Buy 5 of any size fountain drink or coffee and get your 6th free. It pays to be a Pump It Up rewards member. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, oh yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Bridger Brewing. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, mountains and mines. And by Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Equal housing lender. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Cats fade in the second half, and the fade in February continues as Montana State has lost 4 in a row. Grizzlies win it today 88-69 over the Bobcats. This is the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. Before we go any further, though, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State Basketball.
AM 1450 KMMS, Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Priebe with Will Gordon back in the studios. Bobcats fall today 88-69 against the Grizzlies. So the Bobcats fall today to 11-15, 6-7 in Big Sky play. Montana now 17-9. They are 8-5 in conference action. And Brian, the Bobcats just they didn't have enough today, and they looked tired. They looked worn down.
Yeah, they definitely looked worn down in the second half. I thought going into half, they had a shot. There was about a minute and a half to go. It was a 5-point game. We had possession. weren't able to score, and Montana reels off 5 quick ones, and all of a sudden you're down 10 at half, and that is not the place you want to be on the road against anyone, but especially your rival. And then you come out, start second half, and Moody gets 2 wide open looks, and yeah, just again, you just start putting all those things together, and probably a million reasons why and how and everything else. We don't get paid to make those calls, but at the end of the day, that's why you don't have enough.
All right, we're going to take another break on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. Montana State falls to Montana today, 88-69. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Are you too hot? Are you too cold? Did you know that you don't have to just deal with it? We at Ambient Air Solutions understand how important comfort plays on your emotions, health, and quality of life on a daily basis. Ambient Air Solutions offers 24/7 emergency service for residential and commercial clients. We also offer financing to help ease the financial stress and burden of a lifelong investment. Call Ambient Air Solutions at 406-577-1818 and leave it to the professionals. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins-Hallen believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need, no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins-Hallen, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back at the Ribbon Chop House post-game show today at Montana's Ribbon Chop House. Our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. Montana State today falls against Montana 88-69. All right, let's get into some of the business today. We've got our delivery of the game and our player of the game to get to today. Brian, let's start with the McDonald's delivery of the game, presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana.
Well, I think sometimes it's nice to get some guys that don't always get the attention. So I'm going to go Jed Miller to John Olmstead for the alley-oop flush. It meant nothing other than it cut it under a 20-point margin, but maybe something. That means something.
I'll take it.
That's a delivery.
All right, our Intermountain Health player of the game. Who you got?
I think that's pretty easy. Eddie Turner was the guy. He was consistent throughout, 18 points, 8 of 15 from the field, added 3 assists. Really consistent effort by Eddie Turner on the offensive end.
No doubt. All right, we'll take another break on the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. We'll be joined by head coach Matt Logie in just a bit. Montana State falling to Montana today, 88-69. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Have you been to Kohl's lately? Because if not, you are seriously missing out. I just went and they have amazing clearance deals going on. I'm talking thousands of new markdowns added. So you can save up to 70% on everything from fleece sweats, cute sweaters, comfy PJs, and more. So take it from me. Run to Kohl's before you miss out. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Are you craving more Bobcat basketball action? Join us every Tuesday night at the Rib and Chop House in Bozeman for the ultimate MSU basketball experience. Coaches Matt Logie and Tricia Binford are ready to spill the beans on all things Bobcat basketball. Plus, catch the inside scoop from new student-athlete guests each week. Don't miss out on an exclusive behind-the-scenes look into the Bobcat program. We've got exciting prizes, delicious food, and a chance to interact with the coaches. It all tips off at 6:30 every Tuesday at the Rib and Chop House. Cheer on our Cats and make it a night to remember. At Prime Lending, our one-of-a-kind mortgage approach combines a personal touch with just enough technology to turn a traditionally complex process into something better. Think of us like your home buying coach, friend, cheerleader, and teammate, all in one. From application to closing, we are your home loan partners that have your back every step of the way. Reach out to your local Prime Lending team to experience a home loan made simple. All loans subject to credit approval, rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company, NMLS 13649, Equal Housing Lender.
For over 100 years, Bozeman Health has provided quality health care in southwest Montana. With locations in Bozeman, Belgrade, and Big Sky, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, Bozeman Health is always there as your partner in health and wellness. Bozeman Health, proud healthcare provider of Bobcat student athletes. Visit bozemanhealth.org for more information.
It's time for a wellness tip from SCL Health, now Intermountain Health, an official health partner of the Bobcats. Do you ever feel winded after attending a Bobcats game? Here's something you might not know. Of course you do. You're a true blue and gold Bobcat fan. You sing the fight song at the top of your lungs. Stand up and cheer. Cheer long and loud for dear Montana State. That being said, keep those lungs healthy. The Bobcats need your energy. Learn more at intermountainhealth.org.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up, yeah.
Back on the Ribbon Chop House post-game show, Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby, joined now by head coach Matt Logie after the loss to the Grizzlies today. Coach, tough one today, but what's the message to the team to just keep these guys together, keep working hard, because there's a massive homestand coming up next week?
Yeah, the message is don't let go of the rope. We're going through a tough time right now, but Montana's an experienced team. They're ahead of where we're at in the process. That showed tonight. They got veteran guards that have been playing in the same system for a long time, and front court guys as well in those same roles. And it just didn't work out in our favor. We couldn't get enough momentum going to put some pressure on them. But we got, like you said, 2 important home games coming up next week. And a chance to finish out at home after that. After that Idaho Eastern swing. So. This was never about playing our best basketball in January and February. It's about playing our best basketball in March, and we got to see the forest through the trees. And I thought we did some things better today. We limited our turnovers. We executed a little bit better. Their field goal percentage was much lower, but when someone gets 12 more shots than you, it's just really hard.
Yeah, and speaking to the rebounding, that was a challenge. I thought, just be curious, hindsight 2020. You see now where the game turned. It felt like last minute 37. It's a 5-point game. It became a 10-point game at halftime, and then obviously Moody hits a couple threes second half, and you go from there.
Yeah, that spurt that crossed the halves, was really the separator. I thought we were right there in the first half. I had a couple shots, around the rim that didn't pan out. And then, like you said, they go on the 5-0 run before the half, and then a quick little burst after that, and then it's at 15. So again, that's what good veteran teams do is they make you pay when you make mistakes, and we made a few of those tonight that they were able to capitalize on.
Coach, speak to your team. Especially in the last 10 minutes, they look tired. I mean, guys grabbing shorts and they just look worn down. Is that just a one-off thing, or are you feeling that's got a longer implication?
Well, I mean, we're not the deepest team in the world, and we've asked a lot of some of these guys, but at the same token, you gotta go with the horses that got you there. Then we've played our best ball. We know what that looks like and who's out there on the floor, and so obviously we're trying to protect them in practice and continue to grow through the reps. But there's missing pieces to that puzzle that we would certainly be using a lot right now.
Coach, appreciate the time and the insight today.
Thanks. Go Cats.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie today as the Bobcats fall to the Grizzlies 88-69. More of the Ribbon Chop House post-game show. After this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. That's why at Firehouse Subs, they make their subs differently, because their subs can make a difference. Their family of restaurant owners and local crews are proud to continue to serve you the hot, hearty, life-saving subs you crave every day. In fact, it's never been easier to grab their subs to go with Rapid Rescue to Go. Save time when you order online at firehousesubs.com or on their app. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
When a power line has fallen down, it can be downright dangerous and even deadly. That's because downed lines can still energize the ground and objects around them. To help keep you and others safe, Northwestern Energy says stay at least 35 feet or the length of a semi-truck away from a downed power line and anything the line is touching. You should always assume the line is live, and if you see a downed line, immediately call 911 and warn others. Northwestern Energy, delivering a bright future.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country